Hey everybody, and welcome to an outrageous wild ride with Steveo. Outrageous is a tall term, and that is precisely what this episode delivers. We've got the wildest guy there is, maybe. I mean, he is a new Jackass cast member for a reason, because he is outrageous. We are going to get into the craziest stuff, like how he got his name, Poopies, and the devastating shark attack he suffered on Jackass Shark Week. Man, are we gonna tell you how heartbreaking that whole situation remains. God, it's tough. And we're gonna get into his financials, dude, this is the wildest character, and again, his name is Poopies. So I could not be more thrilled to tell you that this episode is sponsored by my favorite sponsor of the Wild Ride podcast, Tushy. Yeah, dude. Tushy is the secret to the most enjoyable pooping possible. They've got this new product called Tushy Ace, which is a whole toilet seat that warms up. It warms the water that you blast your butthole with, because of course it's a bidet. You just get done pooping and the seat's warm. You push the remote control and then you blast your butthole so clean that one little square of toilet paper just to dry it off and see that there's no poop on the paper. I'm telling you, it's my favorite. Go to hellotushy.com/Stevo for 10% off your order. And if you don't have Tushy already, then listen to me. Go to hellotushy.com/Stevo for 10% off your order. I'm telling you, it's my favorite sponsor of the Wild Ride podcast. And let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, Poopies.
What's up?
So, your real name?
Sean Patrick McInerney.
McInerney?
Yeah, Irish boy.
Gun to my head, I wouldn't have been able to say that.
Yeah, they used to call me McInerdy, McTurdies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was before Poopies.
Oh,
right.
Dirty.
Yeah.
Dude, Preston said the funniest joke. He said, Poopy's father, when he was a young boy, said, "Don't get smart with me." And Poopies took it literally.
I'm so smart.
I mean, dude, are you actually, you're actually pretty dumb, huh?
Well, it's not my fault.
Right.
I got the cards, the cards got dealt to me and I got to play them, so.
And I say that with, like, such love
Thank you.
and affection. I really think that, like,
do that.
I do. I really mean it. Like, Poopies is just so lovably dumb.
Yeah, man, it's weird. It's just me. I mean, that's just me.
I mean, yeah, you're lovable. You got a heart of gold.
Thank you. I mean, like, my mom raised me, and she always, said treat others like you want to be treated, and everyone's equal, and so that's how I go about life, and treat people how you want to be treated, and we all want to be treated good, and so I mean that's where I get my love from. Is,
yeah. I met your mom the other night, and she was just as lovely as could be. I mean, I really, really was stoked to meet her.
Yeah, she's the best, dude. Like, she prays for me every day. She's always texting me, "Love you, hope you're having a great day," like every day.
Right.
Yeah, she's the best. She's there for me when I'm like, in the lowest of lows, and yeah, she's my mama.
Well, what's the lowest of lows? Give us an example of a low.
A low of a low is like, you go out, say you get a paycheck on Friday, you go cash it, you meet up with the boys, send it all weekend long, like freaking drinking, drugs, and then Sunday comes around and you're broke.
It's like then Saturday morning comes around.
Yeah. No,
Friday afternoon comes around.
There's definitely like times where I was like spent my money in one night for sure. But yeah, the lowest of lows is when you just like, you have nothing, dude. Your serotonin's gone, your money's gone, your friends are nowhere to be found. It's like
fucking send it.
It's
more
like the low of lows. Yeah, it's like, and then you just really like, you realize that you're like, dude, I don't have shit right now. I'm like.
Before Jackass, what were your paychecks for?
Before Jackass, I was working for Red Bull TV I was doing a web series for them.
Wait, with the Jamie O'Brien.
Yeah, the J.O.B. show. Who's J.O.B.?
Yeah, the J.O.B. show.
Yeah, so...
And so your checks came from Red Bull for that?
They came from a production company.
I mean, dude, given, like, how little, like, basic cable networks like MTV, Comedy Central, this and that, like, how notoriously little MTV pays, I gotta believe that Red Bull TV wasn't paying you shit.
Nothing, dude.
Especially when it wasn't even your show. You were like a sidekick guy.
Yeah, I was like the sidekick guy who did all the crazy shit for free.
So did you get paid per stunt or per episode or?
No, it was like per month. Yeah.
Per month?
Yeah, I was getting $500 a month when it first started.
All right.
So when you mean like send it with the boys, that's like one round of drinks and you're fucking at rock bottom.
Yeah.
$500, and would taxes come out of that?
Yeah, tax would come out.
So it would be like what, a check for like $350 or something?
Yeah, like nothing really. And then in Hawaii, the living's really expensive. So luckily, Jamie would put me up in his house, but I'd pretty much be scraping by like. Lunch would consist of a poke bowl, $8 poke bowl, and $1.99 iced tea. That was my lunch. And then luckily the Hawaiians love the barbecue, so I'd always be sniffing out the barbecues, you know. So that always helped, you know, but
find yourself a little backyard bash.
Yeah, they're always barbecuing. But yeah, I was scraping by in Hawaii, and then finally the checks got more and more every year. So at the end,
checks from Red Bull got more and more?
For the production company. Yeah. Because I was just like, they knew they were kind of maybe taking advantage.
They knew that you were the golden goose.
They knew I was the golden goose who would just do it for fun and love to do it, you know? So they didn't really say anything. They goes, you know, let's just keep them going, you know? Just,
right.
Because I love to travel the world, and that's what we were doing. We were traveling the world and surfing the best waves in the world with all my best friends, you know? So that was fucking awesome to me.
You ever have a real job?
Dude, I've worked so many fucking jobs, it's gnarly.
Okay.
So I dropped out of high school when I was a sophomore. Was over school. My dad would drop me off.
And that was before you're a sophomore. You're 15 years old.
15 years old.
And then it was when you were 16 years old that you got the nickname Poopies.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people know this who are listening.
So Poopies came before I dropped out.
Oh, so
Poopies came like freshman year.
Okay, so you were 14 when you got the name Poopies.
Yeah, Poopies came freshman year, and then...
Well, let's tell people how you got the nickname Poopies.
Okay, yeah, it's a great story.
And we're not going to water it down.
No, we won't. So fucking Jackass was thriving. We were thriving on it. It was the MTV series every Friday night at 10 p.m.
20 years ago.
Yeah, 20 years ago,
How old are you now?
35.
Okay, so we're talking 21 years ago.
Yeah, so I was 14, 15, and dude, we loved it. We were inspired, so inspired, and we are all surfers, and we like to do dumb shit.
And at this point, you're living in Carlsbad, California.
Yeah, at this point, I'm living in Carlsbad, California.
San Diego County.
Yep, San Diego County, North County. I had a house on Acacia Street, on Garfield and Acacia, and I lived next to the beach, and I would just like pretty much... At that time, after I dropped out, I got a construction job because I was at the surf shop.
You said this was before you dropped out.
This was right after I dropped out. So I was like, fuck school. My name's Poopies. No one likes me.
Well, no. We're talking about before you...
The origin of the name Poopies.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
He's trying to sidestep this one. But
there's a lot to it. Okay, let's get it back.
There's not a lot to it. You're in an intersection and you wanted to impress your dumb buddies. You were inspired by Jackass. So you pulled down your pants and took a dump in an intersection in the middle of the road.
Yeah, so the next day we all woke up. I think I stayed a night at my friend's house. That morning we woke up. There's no waves. We're fucking bored. And my friend's like, dude, let's do something stupid. And I was like, I gotta take a shit right now. He's like, dude, my name was Sean. Sean, go take a shit in the middle of the intersection and we'll fucking watch you and hopefully...
Did they video it?
Dude, we have the video, but I can't find it. Someone was videoing.
Someone was
videoing. But I think they got too scared when the cops showed up because the neighbors called the cops. They called my dad.
How long were you shitting for?
Dude, not that long at all.
So you were done
I think
shitting
it was the hype up. I was so nervous to get into the street. So we're all hanging out on the corner of the sidewalk, you know? And I found a gorilla mask and gorilla gloves.
Ah, you took a shit as a gorilla.
Yeah. So I went to my friend's closet and I was like, fuck, what can I find to hide my face, you know? So I found a gorilla mask, gorilla gloves, and we're all walking out to the street.
Right.
It's pretty much like 20 feet from my friend's house. So we're all in the corner. I'm like, fuck, should I do this or not? Should I do this or not?
Did you get a big log?
Dude, you know what's funny is I was pooping and I had to pinch it off because I seen the cops coming.
Wow, they came that quick.
They came because the neighbors were on
he had
it.
to go get the fucking mask and check it. Okay.
So I see the cops coming, and I pinch it off, and I pull up my pants, and then all my friends they just bail. They're out
because they're not your friends.
They are. I don't know. They're
all
not
on meth now.
no. They all have families and they're doing well. But
okay.
But yeah.
So the cops pull up.
Cops pull up. I'm like tripping out. I try to ditch my gorilla mask and gloves and act like nothing's going on. Like, excuse me, sir, get over here, please.
Did they put handcuffs on you?
Yeah, they handcuffed me, and then the neighbor came out and told them what was happening, and they go, "Well, we're gonna call your dad because you're too young to."
Right.
To freaking put you in jail. So they call my dad, and my dad comes down. He's all pissed off. He goes, "What the fuck's going on?" I'm
Papa Poo.
Yeah, Papa Poo, dude. He came in hot. What the fuck's going on? Well, your son was over here taking a shit in the street, and the neighbors called the cops, and now we have him here. And he goes, and he grabs me by my shirt. He's like, he tells the cops, he's like, "Oh, I'll deal with him when we get home." I was like, he's like dragging me, dude, and then fucking we get in his truck, and he goes,
"Whoa, we got a cliffhanger. And before we find out what Papa Poo said in that vehicle, let me tell you what's going to happen in the vehicle we recorded this podcast in. That's right. The RV/tour bus is getting a modification in the form of a new mattress in my main bedroom because I do not ever want to sleep on any mattress except the one from helixsleep.com. That's right, man. I'm not going to put up with it anymore. I need my helixsleep.com mattress, and I'm telling you, so do you. And if you want to get up to $200 off of any Helix mattress, then go to helixsleep.com/steveo. Take a quick 2-minute quiz to get dialed in with precisely the best mattress for you and enjoy a happier, healthier night's sleep on a nightly basis, feeling good and feeling good about what you paid. Because again, helixsleep.com/steveo for up to $200 off of any mattress, and they throw in 2 free pillows. Telling you, do it for yourself. You're gonna thank me, and let's get back to Papa Poo.
Poopies, that was the funniest. It was Sean at the time. He goes, "Sean, that was the funniest shit I've ever fucking heard of." And I was like, "I'm not in trouble." He goes, "No, you're not in trouble." I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
But
so that's when Dad started supporting my fucking dumb shit. I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
When did you find out that you were actually in legal trouble for that?
When they gave me a ticket.
When do you make the conscious decision? Like you wake up and you're like, "I'm not going to school anymore for the rest of my life." You were 15?
Yeah, I was 15 the sophomore year, half of sophomore year. Because my name became Poopies, and I hated school because I'd show up to school. "What's up, Poopies?" Like, they just rub it in.
So it was before. We've had you got the name Poopies before you dropped out, and then we got it. It was
21,
after.
21
and now we're
years
back to
ago,
before.
dude. A lot happened.
No, but he's saying
before
after
that.
he got the name, he keeps going to school, and they're calling you Poopies.
Yeah,
Did
so
you not
I
like
shit
the
in the
name
street.
at
So I
first?
shit in the street, went back to school, was the kid who shit in the street.
And that's why they called you Poopies.
Yes, and every chick did not want to even talk to me. I never went to one prom, one homecoming, not even one of those.
So you didn't like the name at first, Poopies?
I hated the name, dude. And my friends were dicks at the time, and they, when you don't like your name, when you don't like something,
well, yeah,
it
for
sticks.
sure. For sure.
It sticks when you're like, "Fuck you guys, stop calling me that." Oh, fuck! I shouldn't have even said that because then it was just.
You should have said you loved it right
Poopies.
away, and then they would have never called you that again.
My friends were such dicks, dude. I'd be skateboarding around doing like little surf turns, and every turn I do, they go. So, bro, I get so fucking pissed, dude. I'm just trying to skate around, and then every turn I go, they go. And dude, it pissed me the fuck off. So I stopped going to school, and I'd go to the surf shop. So my dad would drop me off at school, and I'd have my beach cruiser, and I'd wait for him to leave, and I'd fucking turn my bike straight down to the beach.
So your dad didn't know you were dropping out?
Didn't know.
When did he find out?
Like a month later.
And then he was like, "All good?"
Because I gave the school the wrong number to call. Can you call your parents?
Attaboy.
So I gave him the wrong number.
Now you're not
And I
that
was
dumb
like,
after all.
Yeah, I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm getting away with this." I'm like not going to school, going to the surf shop, surfing all day.
And how old were you when you moved from Missouri to California?
I was in 8th grade. So
when was the first time you surfed?
The first time I surfed, I used to visit in the summertime. To visit my dad in the summertime. So the first time I surfed, I think I was in like 5th grade, 6th grade.
And you just took to it like...
Yeah, because I met the surfing local kids when I'd come visit in the summer. And then I moved. And they're like, fuck yeah, you moved here? I was like, yeah. So that's when I was just hanging out with the surf rats all day and became a surf rat.
Yeah.
Why did you move to California?
So I moved to California because my brother, I was really like, I looked up to my brother a lot. And he was like a really good wrestler. So he was like the best wrestler on the high school team in Missouri. And him and his friend were in the candy store and they stole candy. And he got kicked off the wrestling team. So he was devastated, you know. And my dad's like, well, fuck, dude. You can come out to California and wrestle, you know. So that's when my dad drove a U-Haul to Missouri and picked me and my brother up and drove us back to California. And then my uncle registered me into... my uncle
registered. You said registered.
My uncle registered me into.
We don't need to say that. Okay.
He signed you up.
Yeah, he signed me up for junior high. Because my dad had to work, so my uncle signed me up for junior high.
Right. Okay.
And yeah, that's what. Because I showed up, dude. Bugle boy shirt, short jean shorts, and girls Adidas. Like they're like, who the fuck is this kid? And I wanted to fit in so bad, dude. I started fucking throwing pine cones at cars, straight out of Missouri. Wow. Throwing pine cones at cars. Like, who the fuck is this kid?
Why'd you do that?
Attention.
Yeah, dude.
Attention.
I get it.
Steve's like, dude.
I get it.
So I wanted to be the cool. I wanted to be one of the popular kids, and I guess that was my way of trying to get it. But
so you became Poopies. Like when you were like 15.
Yeah, freshman year I became Poopies.
I think it's sophomore. Yeah. You go back to school, you're like, you're a sophomore. They call you Poopies now. You don't like it.
Don't like it at all.
So you stopped going to school.
Yeah, stopped going to school. I started hanging out at the surf shop.
How quickly after that did you go to Hawaii?
Not for a while.
Oh, not for a while.
So when I dropped out of high school, I kind of worked at the surf shop. You know, if you hang out at the surf shop and you're supposed to be at school, you better be sweeping the floors or fucking cleaning the shaping bay or doing something productive, to help out the shop. So I ended up meeting this guy who was working construction who lived at the surf shop, and he got me a construction job.
Okay.
So I was making fucking pretty good money, and I wasn't even like 18. I think I just turned 18, and I got my first job on a construction site doing track homes in La Costa. All those alga houses in La Costa, I built all those. Well, I helped build. I was the laborer.
Good.
So, but fuck, dude, you guys are gonna love this one. So I was killing it, right? And then the guy who got me the job got fired because he ran over a fire extinguisher with a pettibone. It's like a big forklift. So they're like, fuck, Poopies, he kind of taught you how to drive the pettibone. I was like, yeah, I can drive the thing, This huge-ass heavy machinery. Like, I'm fucking driving around, picking up nails and fucking plywood on the roofs. Like, I'm killing it. And then they bring in this new pettibone, and I wasn't used to it. And some of you have to pull the parking brake and the hydraulic brake. Well, this one I wasn't used to, so I go up to the top of this hill, and there's the bin, where you get all the nails and all the shit for the framers. So I'm getting all the shit for the framers. I walk into the bin, and I fucking come out, and I go, who the fuck took my pettibone? Bro, the Mexicans are pointing at it. They're like, your pettibone's down here, bro. I forgot to put on the brake. The thing went backwards, dude. Down this hill, almost took out a house, took out this masonry wall, and I was like, dude, this is gnarly, dude. And I look at the pettibone, the wheels are all fucked up and shit, and then, dude, it was like I see the boss coming up the hill with his truck. I'm like, bro, I didn't even know I forgot to put the hydraulic brake on. He goes, Sean, I think it's time for you to take, to beat it. He's like, beat it, kook. And I was like, fuck yeah, unemployment, summertime, let's go.
All right.
So I was stoked on that.
Nice.
But I almost took out a fucking like $1 million house that wasn't even built yet.
When you were 18, what did you see yourself doing in life? Like, what'd you want to be when you got older?
I wanted to be a pro surfer.
And when you were working that construction job, your boss called you Poopies.
No, at that time, yeah. So I didn't let anyone know my name was Poopies because I hated it.
He still didn't like it.
So I tried to hide that name.
So when did
But at any year he references, if he's 2, he's like, my mom called me Poopies, get off the couch. At 4, his dad said Poopies.
Right. So when did you embrace the name Poopies?
Dude, so when I went to Hawaii...
You're still conflicted about it, I know.
Yeah, dude,
Does your Tinder say Poopies now?
No, it says Sean.
Because
I'm still weird about when like I meet chicks, dude. I don't go hi, I'm Poopies. I go hi, I'm Sean. And then my friends goes, what? That's not your name. His name's Poopies. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you're like, dude, I'm trying to crush some beef over here.
Dude, I need some puss. You guys are getting laid. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 19 because my name was Poopies. No fucking joke.
It's not like an icebreaker or something. Like
dude, they're like, what? Why's your name Poopies? Oh, he took a shit in the street.
Yeah,
but they don't get the jackass thing that they're like. We were just that savage. We loved it, and no one else liked it. Because they're all jocks and shit. We're the surfers and skaters. We loved it, but the jocks and all the hot chicks that you want to hook up with, they don't like that shit. So it was definitely a cock block for me.
I mean, it's a great name.
I love it now. Like, I fucking love my name now. Like,
except when you're trying to crush beef.
Well, now they go, wait, you're Poopies? And now it's like whole 360. I'm like, yeah, baby. Yep, I'm Poopies. That's what's up.
Yeah.
But now it's a whole 360, which is, I got to still stay humble. You can't take that power too far. But, when they call me Poopies, I'm like, yeah, And then they go, but it's funny. I've known people for like 2 years, and they go, so what's your real name? Like, they won't even know my real name for like 2 years.
Sean McInerney?
Yep. Sean.
Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, good job.
Retention.
It's like 2 names, Mac and Ernie.
Yeah, Mac and
Sean.
I like
Sean,
that.
Patrick,
It's like
Mac,
Bert
and
and
Ernie.
Ernie.
Yeah, Bert and Ernie.
When I got your hotel tonight, I was like, Sean. I was like, fuck, I just put MG. I got to go explain that when we go to the hotel tonight.
Yeah, for sure. So construction was great, and then I got a better offer to smuggle drugs across the Tijuana border.
Wow.
Allegedly, you got...
Allegedly.
Yeah, I mean, whatever, dude. It says you were a mule.
Yeah, I was a mule.
What kind of drugs?
Hash.
Hash, okay.
Yeah, so...
Hash, huh? Over the Mexican border?
Yeah.
From Mexico to U.S. or U.S. to Mexico?
So the old dude, Uncle Danny.
I don't think a lot of people are smuggling drugs into Mexico.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Money, yes, but not drugs.
And I probably wouldn't say any names either.
Yeah.
Oh, he's past it. He's up in heaven now.
Okay.
Uncle Danny, dude, he was this old timer that lived at the surf shop, and he was a Porto Escondido local. Like, when we go to Porto, you get,
So what was your method? Scott loves asking like rock stars how they would smuggle drugs. What was your method?
Oh, dude, I got the best method ever. It worked so good.
Keister.
No. I would not.
How'd your butthole end up so fucked up?
I've never even seen my butthole before, so I don't know.
We have.
I know.
But,
you guys love my butthole, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, how do you smuggle?
So this old guy was at the surf shop, he would visit the surf shop, and I'm like, he's in and out. So, but he was super cool. We weren't even 21 yet. We'd be like, hey, can you buy us some beers? He'd be like, yeah, for sure. But we'd always be like $1 short. You'd get so pissed. But so he passed away, and they asked me, they go, Poopies, you want to take over Uncle Danny's job? And I kind of knew what he did. And I was like, fuck, dude. I was like, well, what do we got to do? He's like, well, you got to smuggle hash across the border, and we'll pay you 2 G's.
How much hash?
4 kilos.
Wow, that's more than you could fit in your butt.
Yeah,
4 kilos
a lot more, dude.
Is that like 10 pounds?
Wait, 2.2 pounds per kilo. 4. Yeah, that's just about almost. It's 8.8 pounds. Or
Yeah.
something. Almost 10 pounds.
8 pounds. That's a lot. That's like 4 Ziploc bags full of
Yeah,
hash.
so it was all wrapped up, but so
You got a
I was
big
like,
asshole.
fuck, I'll do it. I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. I was dumb as fuck, dude.
How old were you?
18.
That's like life.
nah, you said that you're okay. Whatever.
Yeah, 18. So after construction,
Okay.
So I got fired from that, and then I was like, fuck, I was kind of in the hole.
Right. So how would 8.8 pounds of hash?
So my friend lives in Laguna Beach, and he was kind of part of the deal too. So I took over Uncle Danny's spot, which he's the best smuggler in the world. So they had their ways of doing it. So I met up with this guy in a hotel, Tijuana hotel, like the nice one, and I'd go up to his room, and he'd have these pajamas like long johns.
So it would be sewn into the pajamas.
Yeah, pockets sewn into the long johns. So I'd put on the long johns, and then he'd put these bricks of hash on me.
Straight out of that movie, the
Wolf of Wall Street, right?
No,
Midnight Express.
The Midnight Express. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy. So my first time, I'm like, dude, what the fuck am I doing? And I can't go
you just
the
walked
first
through?
time.
So yeah, the first time. So I was like, what the fuck am I doing? But
What, did you wear anything over the long johns?
yeah, so yeah, they put all this hash on me and they tape it all up.
So you're dressed up like you're going on to a fucking ski resort, but it's actually Tijuana where it's like super warm. You're the only guy who dressed for winter.
Long
Like a puffy
johns.
North Face.
This was the thing. You got to wear loose clothing over it. So I looked like some fucking weirdo with loose clothing and fucking,
With big boobs.
oh, dude. So they tape it up on me, put on the loose clothing, and they'd be like, all right, well, now let's go get some drinks. So I'd go out in TJ and have drinks with all this strapped on me to get comfortable with it.
Right.
So-
you don't want to be too nervous going through.
Yeah. So I would just be all wasted, like, yeah, we're partying. Dude, they don't even know I have fucking 8 pounds of hash on me. And then I go through the borderline with all the party kids. And they're like, what are you doing here? Oh, I'm just partying, And they're like, all right, Grom.
Are you thinking like, man, a dog
Bro.
might smell this?
Dude. So all they would have to do is just touch me and they would feel it. And dude, they'd have dogs right there too. I would just like kind of just not look at them.
There were dogs when you had that much hash strapped to you?
Yeah.
And the dog didn't...
Nope. It was no smell. They're really good at what they do.
So they were packing it in like vacuum sealed bags.
Yeah, so they'd bring it from Porto. They'd make it in Porto in the Oaxaca mountains.
Okay, so you got through without any issue.
Yeah, got through without any issue.
So $2,000 for that one walk across the border. Mm-hmm. And how many times did you do that?
I did that twice.
Oh, that's
but the
it?
second time was so sketch, dude. Like, I thought I was going to get busted, but luckily I didn't. And I fucking made it through. And I have to have it still on me, too, when I have to make it up, like, at least past North County with it. So, and then finally they cut it off me. I get to this guy's house. They cut it all off me, dude. I could fucking breathe, dude, because I couldn't breathe, dude, with it all on me and shit. And I have to, like, suck in and, like, show them my passport and be like, yo, I'm just here partying, like, trying to suck it all in, dude. It was fucking gnarly.
Damn. How
So-
much of the $2,000 would you spend in Tijuana that night?
Oh, I wouldn't get paid until I made it all the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd go straight to 7-Eleven, grab Slurpees, all the candy, all the hot dogs for all my boys.
Nice.
We were living large at that surf shop after a run. For real.
Yeah.
It was gnarly, but yeah, dude, that was the smuggling shit. And I was over that, dude. So I started going up north to trim weed.
Trim weed.
Yeah, so I was working on a farm.
So how much you get paid to trim weed?
Like $200 a day. And they feed you and house you. So the whole time you're just saving money.
And that's
How much can you trim in a day?
I can trim like a pound in a day. Like it's like $200 a pound, So I trim like a pound a day, but it would take me fucking all fucking day long. Like it sucked. So I did that for a few years. So I'd go up north from like August to October and trim for like 2 months. Excuse me. So I'd go up there, trim, save my money, and I'd go to Hawaii with my trim money. And that's how I made it to Hawaii every winter. So my goal was before my birthday, I'd have to make it to Hawaii before my birthday.
so it was when you got to Hawaii that you met Jamie O'Brien.
Yeah, not 2 years after, actually. My first winter, I didn't meet him. Then my second winter, I met him.
Okay.
And
How'd you
then,
meet him?
I was actually hanging out with his filmer, Damian Robertson, and we were kicking it, He's kind of like, hey, I'll film a couple clips for you if you get a good one. I was like, sick, cool. And then I found out he's Jamie's filmer. I'm like, what? You're fucking Jamie O'Brien's filmer? He's like, yeah, you want to come over and hang out? We're going to barbecue tonight. And so I came over, and they go, yeah, this is Damien. Goes, yeah, this is my friend Poopies. And Jamie goes, what? Your name's Poopies?
Were you bummed that he introduced you as Poopies?
Kind of, because I was trying to. So when I went to Hawaii, I was trying to get rid of my nickname. I went to Hawaii, I was like, yes, there's no more Poopies. And my friend Tiago, he's like, bro, his name's Poopies, you guys. Like, don't let him tell you his name's not Poopies. I was like, fuck. I tried to get rid of that name. I tried to escape the name, and it followed me, dude, to Hawaii.
Yeah.
So then they're like, fuck, why'd they call you Poopies? I told them the story, But it was funny because Jamie.
Did you tell him the whole story?
No. But no, Jamie, it was funny because Jamie kind of felt bad for me. He's like, dude, I'm not going to call you Poopies. I'm going to call you Sean. A week later, he's like, your name's fucking Poopies, dude. Sweep the floors, fucking do the dishes. And we'll fucking go surf a little bit. So
yeah, and he was already making the Red Bull show, or no?
He made one movie, his own surf movie that came out on DVD, and then Red Bull, it kind of did good. So Red Bull was like, well, let's try a web series. That's when like web series were first coming out. So we started the web series, and it's fucking took off, and they just loved us, seeing us travel.
I mean, dude, I know that before anybody had any clue that you were on Jackass, you were already surf royalty. Like when I was at Kelly Slater's Surf Ranch,
I
was like, dude, we're making a new Jackass movie, and we got Poopies in it. Every single person was like, no way, Poopies.
Sick.
Like, you're well known in the surf industry.
Yeah, I mean, I send it. It's my kind of title in the surf world is like
Poopies.
Yeah. But it's not like I'm not the pro surfer, you know?
Right.
I'm not the pro surfer who's getting all the money from all the sponsors and all the chicks and stuff. I'm Poopies, who is sending it for fucking $100 a fucking day.
You're kind of like in surfing what I used to be in skateboarding. I would be the guy in the videos doing anything but skateboarding.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, exactly. Because you just want to be one of the boys, you know?
Well, I wanted to be in skate videos, and I wasn't that good at skating,
Yep.
so I lit myself on fire and shoved things up my butt.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. So you become famous.
Famous in the surf world.
Strictly from Jamie O'Brien's Red Bull series and then his YouTube channel.
Yeah, so after the web series, we did that for 8 years. Jamie's like, we're not going to give Red Bull any of our content. We're starting our own YouTube channel.
And he's done very well with that.
Oh, he's done so well.
But how did you go from that to Jackass? You met Trip Taylor.
Yeah, so
Jackass
I met Trip
producer.
Taylor when I was 16 in Carlsbad, California, at the surf shop that I used to hang out at.
Wow.
Because he was trying to do a show for my friend Adam Knox. He's putting together a reel for him. And it was super boring until I showed up, because they called me like, we got this one kid, his name's Poopies, he'll fucking send it. So they called me up like, Poopies, we're going to film something, you want to come? I was like, fuck yeah. It's funny too, because it's still on YouTube. You can see how fucking nervous I am. I'm like, hi, I'm Poopies, and fuck, it was fucking classic. But I sent it for them, and the show never got picked up. And Trip saw my success with Red Bull TV and seen all this crazy shit I did. And he came to me one day, he's like, Poopies, they're looking for new talent for Jackass. I go, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm trying to get you in. Don't get your hopes up. I was like, I'm not. And then all of a sudden I get a call from Trip. Hey, I got you a Skype call with Knoxville and Jeff Tremaine. And I was like, shut the fuck up. Like, I was so nervous, dude. I was counting the days. I think I had 7 days until that Skype call, dude. I was so fucking nervous until that moment came on. Then they, boom. Hey, Poopies, how's it going? From Knoxville and Jeff Tremaine. I'm like, what? What's up, you guys? Like, I'm freaking out inside. But we had like a 10-minute Skype call, and they're like, we're flying you out to LA to come do a test shoot. And it fucking went fabulous. And that's when they said, Poopies, you are made for this.
Yeah, I wasn't there at that test shoot.
I know. I was like, where the fuck's Steveo?
Yeah, I wasn't there. I was trying to hold out for a better contract. So I was playing hardball with
playing
the
hard to
production.
get. That's
smart.
smart.
But I heard from everybody after that test shoot, and everybody said, dude, this new guy, Poopies, is going to be the breakout star of this. He's so fucking funny.
No way.
I heard such glowing shit about you from that test shoot.
Sick, dude.
Everyone said you were gonna be it. You're gonna be the star.
Dude. Yeah, it was a trip, dude. I went there and I was like, I'm not holding back. Like, I was volunteering for every stunt. And they're like, dude, this kid's fucking, is he mentally crazy or what? Like, I was like, no, I'll do it. So, I mean, that was my point in my time in my life, is I have this opportunity and I don't want to fucking let it go. So I had to like try my hardest and pretty much put my life on the line.
The thing too, it was so great. Like I was talking with Preston Lacey the other day. I talk to Preston every day, and he only says great things about Poopies. And you know what? I only say great things about athletic greens, man. I've told you before, I use this every day. But candidly, today was a gnarly day, dude. I started at 8:15 in the morning with radio interviews. I was all over Florida doing just work all day, and I somehow didn't get around to doing what I'm doing right now, which is dumping my athletic greens into a cup of water. Better late than never, man. And what's athletic greens? Well, it is like a supplement which you can take on a completely empty stomach first thing in the morning. It's loaded with 75 different vitamins, minerals, probiotics. Like, just so much healthy stuff. It fills in all of the gaps in my crappy diet. And lately, that's an important thing. I'm telling you. Plus, it tastes absolutely delicious. I mean, it's good for gut health. It's good for digestion. It's good for nutrition. And it's just downright delicious. I use it every single day. It's called Athletic Greens. And if you go to athleticgreens.com/Steve-O, you're going to get 5 of these travel packs totally for free, and they're going to give you an entire year's supply of immune boosting vitamin D. You can't beat it, man. I swear by it. I love it. It's delicious. It's healthy, and you can't pass up this deal. Go to athleticgreens.com/Steve-O. 5 free travel packs, a year's supply of vitamin D. It's a great deal, and get on it. So, while I pound this, let's hear about how much everybody loves Poopies. And I was like what? Because you genuinely are the breakout star of the movie. You know, I really think that's safe to say. And I was saying, like, dude, what, like, Poopies doesn't even have, like, in Jackass Forever, like, that one signature solo bit that's like you don't even.
They didn't put it in. They didn't put it in.
What was it?
It was called
I'll show me.
Yeah, I'll show me.
Dude, I love that.
What is that?
Bro, dude.
He's standing on a stepladder with a fucking sledgehammer. He's on the top rung. He goes, "I'll show me." And he swings the stepladder down, knocks it out from beneath him, and then lands on his fucking face on the ground.
That's amazing.
I was afraid I was gonna break my neck.
Why did you want to show that?
Dude, it looked like you broke your fucking
Dude,
neck.
I went straight like boom.
I can't believe
Is
that
it in
didn't make it.
4.5?
Is. It's in
Okay.
4.5.
Dude, who knows?
It's the best.
Because that test shoot, maybe people don't realize a lot of that ended up in the movie,
Dude,
in
so
Jackass
much
Forever.
of that
Yeah.
test
Because
shoot.
that was what? That's like all the stuff at Dirtex's place.
Dude, the airbag musical chairs
That was
where
test
Wee
shoot.
Man does the flip was from the test shoot.
Yeah.
The Dum Dum game was from the test
Which
shoot.
Poopies is hilarious in that.
Yeah,
Thank
the
you.
Dum Dum game's
That was
classic.
amazing.
The ping pong,
Penis
where they
ping pong.
penis ping pong where they flatten
Yeah, that was
the
just
wieners.
fascinating.
That was the test
Yeah.
shoot. The human ramp with the
Yep.
all the
Yeah.
guys stacked up. That
Yeah.
dude, the test
Yeah.
shoot was like unbelievably productive. There's
Yeah.
so much of
We
that.
got
fucking
so much shit done in those 2 days. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
Is there anything that you won't do? Like swim with sharks again or something?
I will
Would you
not
swim?
jump sharks again unless I have a fucking protective
Dude.
suit. No, I'm just joking.
Well, then that was
I will
crazy
not,
too.
I will
Yeah.
not. I'm not fucking with sharks anymore, dude. I'm like, I fucking tested my boundaries, and
Dude.
luckily I still have my hand.
For people who didn't catch the Jackass Shark Week episode, I think probably like a lot of people know you got badly bitten by a shark.
Yeah, man, it was.
Can you show the camera?
Yeah,
Dude, it was
It was crazy.
the gnarliest fucking thing.
I know. I felt bad for you guys because you had to go through it, but fucking, I was just like,
Yeah, how dare you do that to us?
That's what he was worried about in the hospital was.
so it's fucking still on, but dude, it's fucking gnarly though.
Which camera should he show, Paul?
Oh, dude,
that's
it's
probably your best
so
shot.
gnarly. It looks like your hand has been like burned, like Freddy Krueger burned.
That's funny because I say that. I tell people it looks like Freddy Krueger's face. Like,
Yeah,
a
it's
scar
so
tissue.
gnarly.
It was
dude.
crazy. His Papa Poops has a missing hand on
mean-
the same hand.
Yeah, did you know that, Steve?
He's
His
got
dad
missing-
is missing a hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. That's
And
right.
His Poops
Yeah.
almost took after his dad.
my
Dad.
dad got his hand ran over by a train.
Let's put into perspective how fucking obvious it was that was going to happen.
Dude, well, this was the thing. This was the thing. I didn't have any practice runs.
Well, I mean, dude.
If I would have got a couple practice run with no sharks, I made it. I
If
could
there
have
was
got
no
the.
sharks,
I could have got
it
the.
wouldn't have happened.
I mean, technically, if he would have landed it and ridden away,
Oh my
it wouldn't.
god, that would have
right?
been fucking
Right.
amazing.
But okay, so here's the thing, like, and it really, like, was like supposed to be me because the bigger bit was a dunk tank built on barrels, so it was floating, so that the actual
yeah.
tank was the ocean with all the sharks, and I was
Yeah.
just. They had this dunk tank with the seat above like 6 feet above the water.
No cage
and
underneath.
No cage underneath, just barrels on the water, and the seat's 6 feet above, and it's got the target, and everyone's supposed to be throwing
Chum.
hunks of meat at the target, and so that the hunks of meat bring all the sharks, and then when one hunk of meat actually hits the target, it'll drop me into the water. And I thought, when I heard the idea, I thought that sounded like the safest thing, because when we were in South Africa during the Great White, they said if you land on the shark, then like that's the safest thing. It'll startle the shark. Like land in the water, startle the shark, it's gonna bolt. So I was like, oh dude, I'll be perfectly fine. I'll be safe. Well, we get there, and there was something about these sharks, these Caribbean reef sharks. Doesn't sound like a scary shark, but when we threw a piece of meat in the water, it was the gnarliest fucking... These sharks were climbing all over each other, biting everything.
I can't think about it.
They were the most aggressive fucking sharks I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I saw a leaf land on the water, and it was
my God.
a leaf.
Remember when you were feeding them from the back of the boat?
Gnarliest shit ever, dude. It was fucked up.
It was a frenzy. They were
fucking
like
hungry
frenzy.
as fuck.
So they put a fucking water ski jump ramp in the water, and now like what we're doing is we're throwing hunks of meat right to the landing in front of the ramp. So it's just a swarm of sharks like climbing all over each other to get that fucking meat. Plus it was dusk, which is when sharks are the most active for attacking. We're losing light, and you don't want to swim at dusk. That's the most dangerous time. We're even saying, dude, it's dusk, like, you know. And so we're throwing the hunks of meat in front of the ramp where Poopies is going to land. What the fuck do you think is going to happen? Every time something landed in that water, it was like the sharks were conditioned. Oh, we're feeding them.
Right.
Something lands, it's meat,
food.
eat it. It's food. And so we're throwing it, and then the next thing that fucking lands on that water is Poopies. The fuck did you think was gonna happen? The only thing that has landed on that water is food, and then Poopies is the next thing to land. He's food. He gets bitten.
Was the idea that he would jump successfully, or were they like, "There's no way he's gonna"?
I don't know.
I wanted to jump over him, at least clear him.
So wait,
It was the most fucking, in hindsight, it was the most reckless, most obvious fucking shit that, and had we were supposed to film the dunk tank before that. Mm-hmm. And it was the same dynamic. If I did the dunk tank, they would have been throwing everything's food, and then drop the chair, and I'm food.
Yeah,
so wait,
you're
Poops,
right there.
when you hit the water, what do you remember?
I just remember looking at the boys on the boat and just, fuck, dude. I was just like, I'm fucked, boys.
I mean, we saw the sharks, like, he landed on the sharks. We saw them just fucking commotion.
Is he underwater?
And then we saw his hand come up out of the water. And dude, it was so...
They bit him instantly,
I couldn't say anything.
Instantly, yeah.
I couldn't say nothing because I was in shock. So I was trying to tell him that I got bit, but I like couldn't really tell him.
You felt it?
Oh fuck,
and dude,
yeah!
He would have been
I
fucked.
felt the gums of the mouth, like it bit my hand, and I felt the top of its mouth. The roof of his mouth with my fingers was all like slimy and shit. And that's when I knew I was like, I'm fucking getting bit right now. So like, I felt the bite and I go, oh fuck, if I like pull my hand off, it's gonna take my hand. So I let him have my hand.
You just gave up.
Yeah, dude. I was just like, dude, here's my hand, bro.
And that'll show you how slow motion this experience is unfolding, because all it was
yeah,
you know?
For real.
So yeah, and then, dude, it felt like the strongest, like a full, like, it felt like someone grabbed you like with a fucking robot hand, and just like it was so powerful and so muscular. I don't know. It was a straight muscle. It felt like a straight muscle that can take my hand off.
Dude, it was so fucking gnarly. We like the first thing that we saw was Poopy's hand come up out of the water, and it's just gushing blood.
Yeah, it was off.
And it was just like, oh fuck. It was like the gnarliest thing ever. And the actual it was a wave runner, like jet ski, which the medic was driving to tow Poopies on the wakeboard off the ramp. So he was being towed.
Yeah, that was his first tow too. So
yeah, so the medic was driving the jet ski, tows Poopies off the ramp, sees the fucking thing, and the medic is on the jet ski, turns it around, and drives straight back and dives off the moving.
Jumps on my back.
Dives on there. Like, dude, this medic just dove into this mix so fucking fast, saved Poopies in such a big way, dude. Like,
wow.
Just no regard for himself. Dove in the mix, fucking grabbed Poopies, fucking that got Poopies out of the water. Now Poopies is climbing on the boat. Like, if you hold your hand limp, right? Like, hold your hand limp vertical, your hand comes out horizontal.
Like the stranger.
There's only so far it can go.
Your hand can only come out horizontal.
Yeah.
But because all of Poopy's tendons were completely severed, his hand was flopped all the way down. Like, all the way down.
Flat to his forearm.
His hand was flat to his wrist.
You saw this, Steve?
I saw his hand flopped all the way down as he got on the boat. I was like, oh my God.
Because I tried to, like, push up, but it, like...
Dude.
Yeah, you tried to use your hand for a second to get on the boat. Yeah, I tried to use my hand. I was like... And then I fucking lifted it up, and it fell off, and I was like, oh, fuck, dude. I was like, this is not good. But that guy saved my life, because I don't think if he didn't jump on me, I would have gotten mauled to death.
Yeah. I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
I don't doubt that. And if everyone didn't move so fucking fast, he would have bled out. Definitely. He had his arteries severed. Was it multiple arteries?
2 arteries.
2 arteries.
On the radial?
Dude, I saw blood squirting out like a perfect straw. Like you spit water out of a straw. It was perfect circle.
So you get on the boat, they wrap you up, and you're gone. Like, how quickly is that?
The medic's bag. The medic's bag was on another fucking boat. So they're like medic bags. They'd like go fucking like, and it all happened so fucking fast.
Yeah, and the current was fucked. So like it took me to the side of the boat where I'm supposed to get on. It passed that. So now they're like trying to get me on the boat, and then my wakeboard gets stuck between these 2 metal bars.
He's still on the wakeboard.
And I'm still on the wakeboard. And Tremaine's trying to get the wakeboard off. He goes, fuck, I don't know how to fucking get this wakeboard off. I'm like, just chill. I'm like, just grab me a fucking towel. And so they've got the wakeboard off. They got me onto the boat. And I'm like, just give me the fucking towel. Everyone's freaking out. They're like, they don't know what to do. I'm just, give me a fucking towel. I wrap it up, and I just fucking hold on. And I remember one of the camera divers, he's just like, just lay in my arms.
Dude, everybody was so fucking pro, dude. I just, like, it was a double-decker boat, and I just went straight to the top deck, just like to the other side of the boat, top deck, and just had my face in my hands. I was just like, Jesus. Yeah, I couldn't deal with it. And
what were you thinking, Steve?
Well, I just knew that I didn't add anything. I added no value to the situation. We had the medics. They got the tourniquet going.
Jesus, dude.
They fucking immediately like had
a speedboat showed up.
Poopies was on the boat probably in less than a minute. Yeah. Tourniquet was on, like...
The longest time of that part was getting the wakeboard off, I think.
Right.
And then I got that off, and then it was just like speedboat, medic bag, tourniquet. So I had a tourniquet on this arm right here, and then I had a tourniquet like right here.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Dude, just to stop the blood flow.
Yeah. And then but it wasn't like working that well. But yeah, luckily they got I fucking took a speedboat, dude. Dude, the speedboat came in so hot to the docks, dude. We almost fucking like ate shit into the docks. And that one bumped my hand too when we hit the dock, bro. I was like, oh.
How fast were you in surgery?
It was like a 10-minute boat ride to the dock.
Okay,
and they had
a 10-minute boat ride to the dock, and then they had to get me in a van, which was 20 minutes.
Yeah, they had a van ready to go.
20 minutes to the hospital, and then they got me in the hospital, and they're on like lunch break or some shit. And I got some.
And dude, keep in mind, this is the Bahamas. This is not the most capable fucking hospital,
right?
But they were able to stabilize Poopies at the Bahamas hospital, and they were like, "Yo, he's got to get airlifted to Miami,
Florida,
to get
Because I had to sign myself out of the hospital because there's this little Asian doctor, and he's like waiting on a phone call to like get the approval for surgery. I'm like, dude, I'm not getting surgery in the Bahamas.
And Poopy's dad was at the hospital in the Bahamas. They wouldn't let his dad in.
Yeah, they wouldn't let my dad in.
Coronavirus. They're like, no, you can't be in. And Poopy's dad was fucking
dude, I just wanted to see someone that I knew. Like, it was the worst time in my life. Like,
dude, and when they get Poopies on the speedboat to take him to the shore, I'm up on the top deck, and I see Poopies on the speedboat, and I just go, Poopies, I love you, dude. And fucking Poopies looks up, he goes, fucking Steve-O, what the fuck? Or no, he says, yo, Tremaine, what the fuck? I better get a bonus for this.
Yeah, I go, yeah. I want a fucking bonus, dude.
Did you get a bonus?
No.
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 My bonus,
I can't hear the engine.
Right. And so like, and right as soon as it happened, the medics are doing all their thing, right? You got like Tremaine's there. You've got like, Trip Taylor was there. And then you've got like the
Discovery
the Discovery Channel people there.
They're
fucking
like, freaking out.
There's like the Jackass production team, and then there's the Discovery production team, which was just another production company. Mm-hmm. And the guy, the executive producer for this other production company, like whoever the main guy was, he goes, "Oh my God, dude." He goes, "Dude, oh my God, we just ended Shark Week. Like, oh my God, like there's never gonna be Shark Week." Shark Week had gone on for up to that point 30 years without ever anybody getting bitten by a shark. And Knoxville's like, "Dude, it took us 30 minutes."
Yeah.
Right? Like,
well, yeah.
I mean, Jesus.
It's the best documented shark bite clip in history.
Perhaps.
Wow.
Yeah. And so like as soon as this executive producer guy says, "Dude, we just ended Shark, their Shark Week's over, dude, we could fucking, oh my God, this is the worst fucking thing." And I said, "No." Immediately, this is when I snapped out of it, and I was no longer like shut down emotionally. I snapped out of it. I go, "No,
you had
dude."
value to add.
Now I felt I had
Steve-O
value.
had my back, dude. Steve-O had my back.
Immediately,
bro.
I said, no. No, the worst thing, the only bad thing that can happen out of this situation is if that footage doesn't come out.
Yeah.
Because this footage will make Poopies a legend. And the worst possible tragedy would be if Poopies had this happen to him and then didn't get the credit.
Yep.
This has to fucking come out, and we will go to war. Like whatever. Like, because they figured that the show was going to be shut down. Everything was just going to be shut down.
They thought I was like going to sue him and shit. And like, I was like, nah, dude, I
don't know that there would have been a lot of grounds for suing.
No, I mean, I wouldn't want to do that. I'm not that guy anyways.
Right. They must have had a lot of views for that episode, right? I mean, probably the most.
Dude, it was humongously successful for they were thrilled. And
that was my debut of Jackass.
And then the next day we learned that not only is Shark Week not shut down, but we're gonna go filming. Poopies has been air vac'd, to Miami.
I was in surgery.
Poopies had multiple surgeries to reattach severed arteries and tendons.
All my tendons.
Who knows how you reattach completely severed arteries? But they did that for 2 of them. It's just insane. And they tell us, "Hey guys, we're going on another shark dive."
Oh yeah, the next day you guys went out, huh?
When you were in Miami, we went on another shark dive, and they're doing all these interviews, and I'm like, dude, I mean, fucking that. I was just fucking hamming it up. I was like, dude, fucking.
Let's go find the shark that bit Poopies.
We gotta go get revenge. That what that shark did to Poopies was not cool, man. And we are going back in the water to find that son of a bitch and give him a piece of our mind.
Yeah.
Legend, legend.
That was not fucking cool, man. And we are gonna go fuck. But we're not trying to look for bad blood. We just want to go squash the beef. Let them know that wasn't cool.
Yeah.
And just squash the beef. You know?
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, Poopies is probably going to make a full recovery, and this will be the best thing that ever happened to him.
Yeah, you filmed that video that night at the hotel.
Yeah, plus he got to ride his first private jet.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I'm so glad I fucking survived that thing, dude.
Are you glad it
I'm glad I still have my hand, though. Like, imagine if I didn't have a hand, dude, I would have been like, fuck.
I'm so glad you survived that thing, too.
Thank you. Yeah, dude, I'm sure everyone
You were supposed to have it fully back in October. That was now October, November, December, January, February, March.
Yeah,
like,
I'm still going to physical therapy.
So we're 6 months late, and it's not all the way back?
6 months later, dude. It's a shark bite. People are like, "Oh yeah," they're like they treat it like it's not a shark bite. It's like they treat it like it's a broken wrist or something. I'm like, dude, you guys, this thing is like this is all it can do. Like,
oh my God, you don't have shit back.
No, dude. Like I can do that, and that.
So if you're just listening, Poopy's got about 10 degrees on going up or down on his wrist.
Yeah,
and I can't make a fist.
Do you have nightmares?
I can shaka.
I mean, dude, that's fucking heartbreaking. But you've been back in the water. You're able to surf.
Yeah,
again.
yeah. My first time surfing wasn't in October after my birthday.
Oh, so you did surf on schedule.
I did surf on schedule, but it wasn't really like
pumping
surfing. It was more like trying to see how much weight my wrist can take.
Did you surf pipeline?
Nope, not yet. Not yet.
Pipeline's gnarly.
Pipeline's gnarly. When I get a good pipeline barrel, I'll be so fucking pumped. But we're still working on that.
So, dude, like you're not back. Your wrist is.
I'm not back, dude. Like I can't even ride a shortboard. Like I have to soft top every time. Like
that's so fucking heartbreaking,
I know, man. But
after that happened, I remember I felt guilty, and I had fucking like.
I know.
I don't know why the fuck I would feel guilty. I didn't fucking.
You didn't do anything.
I didn't put you up to it, dude. I
didn't invite anybody.
I didn't feel that way.
I know, but dude, I felt really fucking awful about the situation, and I was like, dude, fucking Discovery's gonna fucking sugarcoat this. I knew because when we filmed the end of that episode, they were trying to play it down, like, oh yeah, Poopies full recovery, like this and that, and it was really important to me that you be able to tell that story, like, actually as it happened. And so I reached out to certain people who had the raw footage.
Yep.
And I got
legend
both underwater camera angles, all of the raw footage of the bite, all of everything like the gnarliest. And
the gnarly clip that Discovery didn't use. It was like too gnarly for them to use.
Yeah, this stuff, like, so that Poopies could tell the real story of how it went down. And I went around in one day. I went around and I filmed Knoxville and Tremaine and Jasper, who was there. Everybody who was there. And I did my own little interview with them.
So awesome.
And then Poopies did his own interview to tell the story. Mm-hmm. And we put together this phenomenal video about all of our perspectives on the attack. And Poopies telling that story, was that like the first time you told the story? Because Poopies broke down and fucking
it was like the first time I told the story out of a Discovery.
Dude, that's it. We're linking that fucking video.
Because you put it on your Chanel.
Yeah, it's on the Poopy Chanel, bro.
It's on the Poopy Chanel. You gotta check it out. No, it's a powerful video. It's so well done.
And it's the only video
it's my real feelings out that one.
For sure.
Yeah, it's the only video on your Chanel that has over 1 million views.
Yeah, baby.
Hell yeah. Is there any, like, I know you're glad you survived, right? But like, is there any part of you that you're glad you got bit?
There is, dude. Like, cause like imagine my story is like, I fucking got bit by a shark. I jumped a fucking shark pit, like Fonzie was gonna, like Fonzie did, you know.
Not like Fonzie did, no.
Not like Fonzie did, but
you did a Poopy style.
I was wearing what Fonzie was wearing, but yeah, dude. I mean, like, who can say they jumped a fucking shark pit with a wakeboard and fucking didn't land it and got bit? And I'm here to tell the story. Like,
right.
I don't think there's anyone in the world has ever fucking jumped a shark pit.
Not like you have.
Not like me.
Yeah, and the bite. I mean,
but yeah, dude,
it is heartbreaking,
crazy.
but it's also.
It's definitely cool. Like it adds to my legacy, dude. It adds to my legacy, man.
What are you limited in doing? Like we've established that surfing pipeline is.
So there's like surfing pipe, shortboarding, big waves. There's times where I'm like trying to open the door with my keys and like I got groceries and I like can't get my keys and like, or there's times where I'm like trying to get something on my backpack and my wrist doesn't reach that far. So there's all these little things, these little tiny things that you wouldn't think of that fucking suck.
And you told me,
I can twist, but
you told me that you asked me to line you up with stem cell therapy.
Yeah, I want to go do that.
Because when you're texting with your phone, your hand hurts you?
Yeah, so like in the morning time, it's fine. Like I'll wake up in the morning and it feels great, you know? And then I'll wake up, take my shower, and I'll get on my phone. And when I'm on my phone, it's just like from just like texting and typing like my emails and shit or just liking stuff. And it just starts hurting. So then I get this ache in my hand and I can't use it. And then it's like, fuck, well, I have to use it. Like, I have to, my whole day ahead of me, you know?
Yeah, you got to be swiping on Tinder.
Yeah, I linked Tinder.
I linked you up with Michael at BioAccelerator. Did you talk to him?
Yeah.
I have. And
let's give them a shout out. BioAccelerator.
Yeah, BioAccelerator.
Accelerator, yeah.
BioAccelerator, dude. I'm coming for you guys. You guys are going to help me out so much. I'm so stoked that you guys want to help me.
Can you do a
like a push-up, or is that like too?
No,
he's been practicing like with missionary sex.
Yeah,
to just try to do some pumps and
So
actually, the elbows if you have to.
It would help so much though, because it would stretch it, and dude, it would hurt so much though. But I was like, I know this is good for it because it's stretching it. So now I can fucking put my wrist all the way like that.
Wow, so straight boning like was the best physical therapy.
Yeah, it was, and like I would tell people that, and they thought I was a fucking retard, but.
It's a good pickup line, you know.
Yeah, dude, it would too, because I'd put so much weight on because I'm trying to nut too, and like you get in that zone, you know. You're like, come on, and then I was just like, dude, I put a lot of pressure on it, and then and then it's like I finally nut, and then it's like, fuck, finally I gotta like roll over and like hold my hand. I'm like, oh fuck, babe, that was great. Yeah, fuck, my hand hurts.
But you're getting a frenzy.
Yeah, but it fucking helped out a lot, dude. So that kind of, I was like, as long as I can get my wrist to do that, because I can need to stand up on my surfboard, I'm fine. And missionary helped out so much. I don't think I should have been doing that at that time, but dude, I was like, I have to nut right now, and that's how I like to nut is missionary. So,
good. So what is the physical therapist and the doctors telling you?
Dude, the physical therapist is so fried. They keep doing the same shit, and I'm like, dude, it's a fucking shark bite, dude. It ain't no normal injury, you know? My doctor's like, Poopies, dude, you're a fucking man, dude. You're the man. And he helps me out. I see him every 3 weeks, Dr. Dan. And
so every 3 weeks you're coming up to LA to go to like the foremost hand doctor in the world. Like,
yeah. So he has his assistant, which is a legend too. And he checks. I go to Orange County at his office, and he checks it out. But he said it's pretty much that's all I got.
That's all you're ever gonna have.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
So that's what I wasn't hoping for, but I mean that's how it just happened.
But is it gonna get stronger to where you can surf a short? Are you telling me you'll never be able to surf a shortboard again in your life?
No, I will.
I mean, how's that girl Bethany do it? What's the girl with one arm?
Yeah.
She's gnarly, dude. So I have, she's gnarly. She's inspiration to me. Because she's got one arm, dude, and she's standing up at pipe.
Yeah, shout out to Bethany. Get a hold of
Bethany
Poops.
Hamilton, you're a legend. If you can,
I just watched her documentary on an airplane, and I was really fucking
She's
stoked.
Gnarly, dude. She's gnarly.
Yeah, she's rad.
She's rad. I've never really got to meet her like in person.
The difference for you though is that if you land on it bad, that it's fragile. It's like, you know.
Oh. Yeah, because look how small it is between this arm and that arm.
I mean, dude, if you're a pipe and you wipe out, you're fucked.
Yeah, and I can't swim.
Yeah.
So the hand is actually a liability where if it wasn't there would be no.
Yeah, you might want to get that like vest that you can and just pop.
Oh, I have one of those. I have one of those.
Dude,
I'm not in the big wave game anymore. I'm over the big wave game. Dude. I'm on Jackass now. I'm safer on land now. I like land.
Dude, it breaks my heart, dude. It really fucking breaks my heart to learn that, dude.
Well, we should drive traffic to his merch channel to get him some money.
Yeah,
dude.
let's get some money coming your way because
Robbie's psyched.
What like, I mean, this is awkward, but it's safe to say that you didn't get paid a whole bunch to be in the new Jackass movie.
Yeah, we can say that.
I mean, it kind of makes sense because, like,
well, yeah, it's like I would fuck if I'm investing in this huge movie and I got these new guys. I don't know what they're about. I'm not going to give them fucking $1 million and be like, oh yeah, well, fuck.
Well, right. I mean, the idea is that
I didn't like perform what they wanted, and then it's like pretty much a waste of their money. So I think it was kind of like, let's see what they got first, and then maybe we'll fucking.
Well, it's like Marcus, dude. You're like,
I don't know.
When we paid Marcus, you're like, all right, dude, this guy's in for it. Let's double it.
Well, right, but that's me. The world doesn't operate the way I do. Like the mentality of
you're fucking a legend. You're a genius, dude.
The mentality here is, dude, these kids get to be on Jackass. They were like fans of Jackass growing up, and now they get to be a part of it. Like we don't have to pay them shit.
They'll do it for free, probably.
They'll do it for free, yeah. So
they got a little advantage on their side,
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, and they're not wrong. I mean, they're not wrong. It's like, what, are you going to not be in a big movie?
No.
Sure.
You know, like, it's like, oh, if you won't do it for free, then I guess you're not going to be in the movie. Of course you're going to fucking be in
I'd
the
be
movie.
like, fuck it. I'd be like, I'll do it for free. No,
Right,
man.
but dude, like our buddy Zeke, who I introduced you to, who's just a fucking badass surfer.
Yeah,
dude.
he kills it. We've been hanging out a lot.
Yeah, Jacob Zeke Zakili, shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out, Jake.
Dude, he told me some crazy shit that you were like telling him that you were like in trouble with money. Like, you know, he was like, yo, we're trying to drive somewhere, and
oh, yeah, fuck, dude. This fucking life's hard right now, man. It's a struggle out here.
You were telling me, like,
I didn't have any gas money. Like, I'm broke.
dude.
Like, I'm right now, if I show you my bank account, it's in the red.
So we got to.
Is that because you're bad at spending, or just because you didn't have a lot of money coming in?
I just,
like when you got
over 2 years of that jackass money, because COVID kept hitting, you know, and we had to get postponed and everything. So like through all those, you know, 2 years of living, you got expenses, you got, you know, costs. I mean, I just living, you know, and all my bills and shit, just fucking.
And you got that new truck.
Yeah, I got my new truck. I needed my new truck though, because I didn't have a car. And I was like, dude, there's one thing I'm getting, and it's my dream truck.
And you're taking chicks out on dates, and you're like, fuck it, I'm spending money.
There was a point when I was eating really good.
Yeah.
But I'd always think, you know, I shouldn't have thought that, though. I was always thinking, oh, I'll be fine, you know, I'll get another, it'll come back, money come back, you know.
Right.
But, yeah, fuck.
So, dude, let's...
The struggle's real, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Let's figure out some... Are you on Cameo?
I got Cameo.
Is that...
that helps, yeah. I charge
what are you charging for a Cameo?
$100.
Okay. And how often are you getting them?
I get one, like, once a week, maybe.
Okay. Can we please...
And they love my cameos, dude. They're, like, fucking psyched. I get, like, 10 stars.
Can we please, and I mean this genuinely, everybody listening to this podcast, can we please get Cameo orders coming in for Poopies?
Dude,
and t-shirt sales.
And
dude.
can we please...
Oh, dude, I'm sitting on merch, dude. I haven't sold a t-shirt, I don't think, in, like, a month.
Oh, dude.
Can we
Bro,
please...
yeah, those shirts rule. We gotta sell those shirts.
Where do we find those?
Where does your
Poopiesstore.com.
Poopiesstore.com.
Yep.
So that's two S's in a row. Poopiesstore.com.
Yeah, there's two S's.
Cool.
Okay, and
I got 3 shirts designs.
Presumably the store is linked in your Instagram bio.
Yep, so I got a whole link tree of all my platforms.
Okay.
So if you click my link tree on my Instagram bio, it'll take you to all of my stuff.
You ever thought about doing an OnlyFans?
I have, but I mean, I don't know how to do it. I don't like OnlyFans is like for chicks and like I don't know, dude.
I think Tyga is like top 3.
Well, there's so many platforms. Like you could.
Is it how do you say his name?
Really?
Tyga.
Yeah, you guys want to see Poopies dick? Click here.
No, it's like missionary, like focusing, like
yeah.
They can watch your rehab.
You should do your cameos while you're missionarying, like.
No, I got kids fans, so like I love the Groms. We call them Groms.
Is it the same surf shop that you talked about going to when you dropped out of school? Is still going?
Still going. Corey Whitlock.
Oh my God.
The Whitlock Surf Shop. That was the one that was in Carlsbad across 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
The first one. That was the one next to State Beach, and that's the one. Okay. That's where it all started at Whitlock Surf Shop. Shout out to Corey Whitlock.
Yeah, dude.
He's a legend. But yeah, so those T-shirts, your first order of merch, I was screen printing those shirts.
Wow, dude, that's crazy.
What, the classic Steve-O design?
Yeah. Remember the ones that weren't
dude,
like
he
big?
ordered
They
like
weren't
2,000, bro. He ordered like
the ones where people like would come and then they would wash it once and then all the ink would be gone.
Yeah, because we didn't stamp them. You're supposed to stamp them all.
Put them in the oven to like.
Why didn't you?
Oh yeah, you're supposed to double bake them too.
Yeah, they weren't baked, so like the ink on the shirt was just smearing, and shit. I was like, dude, fucking.
Yeah, that was you.
That was.
That wasn't me, bro. That was not me. I was screen printing them and putting them on there.
This shop is so classic. They were like, yeah, dude, we don't let our guys drink before 4 p.m.
Oh,
Oh, dude. That's some San Diego shit.
Yeah, that's crazy because you ordered like 3,000, bro. We had to like print them for like, and the order was late too or some shit. Like, so we had to fucking rush them out, bro. I remember staying up all night printing your shirts, dude. Like, fuck. Hope I get to meet Steve-O, dude. Fucking didn't. You came and picked him up. I think I was gone when you picked him up. and I came back to the surf shop. I was like, fuck, Steve-O came and got the shirts on. Corey's like, yeah. I was like, fuck. I was like, I didn't get to meet fucking Steve-O. I was so devastated.
Dude, not to worry, man.
Yeah, it's crazy how
fucking... is that I saw a clip of you on Instagram, like way before there was a Jackass 4, like before there was any idea about this, and I just loved that clip, and so I reached out to you, and did I reach out and say, hey, is it cool if I put this clip on Instagram?
Yeah, you go, hey, is it cool if I repost it? I go, I thought it was fake at first, like, shut the fuck up, like, boys, look, Steve-O wants to repost my shit.
So we started following each other, like, way back before.
Yeah, it was funny when I did that, I was doing a dance-off, because it was like, we were doing challenges, right, and it was like a dance-off, and whoever lost had to shave their eyebrow. So I was like, fuck this, I'm not fucking losing, I already got one eyebrow off. So I was like, dude,
it's the only eyebrow I've got.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm not fucking losing this one, dude.
Oh,
so we were doing a dance off, and this guy does a backflip like on the ground. I was like, oh fuck. So I'm like, all right, doing my shit. I see a fucking toilet brush over there. I grab the toilet brush. I start brushing my teeth with the toilet brush, doing like some two-step. And then fucking, I'm like, oh, there's the counter. I planned this one out too before. I'm like, I'm gonna do a front flip off the fucking counter. So I get on the counter, like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, all right. I kind of count myself down, like 3, 2, 1. I fucking flip, and I kind of did it perfectly, where I didn't like knock my head so hard that I get knocked out. But I kind of put all the weight on my tailbone a little bit. It was kind of the tailbone to the head.
Dude, standing on a kitchen counter, does a front flip, lands flat on his back on the ground. Like, what, 4 feet below, 3 feet below? Like, Jesus, that fucking looked so violent. And you know he was in the worst fucking pain ever. It was devastating, but commitment to the performance. He hops back up and just fights through it, doing his dance.
There's a little moment where you're like, oh.
Yeah, there's a moment where like, dude, am I paralyzed? No, I was like, oh, okay, I'm not. Like, I gotta finish this one off, guys. Like,
there's a distinct expression on your face which says, I'm not okay.
For sure. But yeah, I was in New Zealand when that, and then I was like, fuck, you reposted it, dude, that day? Bro, I got so many fucking followers. I was like, yeah, boys, look at this shit. Yeah. They're like, oh, Poopies is blowing up. I was like, fuck yeah, boys. I was so stoked. Thank you.
Yeah, well, hey, dude. I mean, dude, you're lovable, man. You're a lovable guy.
Thanks, man.
And you know I'm rooting for you. You know I've been rooting for you.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And I just want I want you to get organized. I want you to stick with it with your content. I want you to run your videos by people for feedback
that's what I always forget to do that.
Yeah, and like you've put up some videos on your Chanel that
are fucking whack.
Yeah, like where I feel like Poopies, if you woulda, you know,
worked a little harder on it.
If you would have sent me a draft of this video, I could have given you some notes and we could have worked on it a little bit together. We could have made it a little better. You know, like I get a lot of eyeballs on my videos before I put them out because I want to put them out like where it's like they're good.
So this is So next video, I'm sending it to you.
Yeah,
I will.
Yeah, and we just flew you out to be on my bucket list tour,
dude.
Poopies hit me up. He says, yo, my family's in Springfield, Missouri, or near there, and they want to come to your show. Is that cool? And I said, Poopies, let's fly you out to be at that show with your family, and then let's bring you on the bus for a couple of cities. We can hang out, we can get some footage, then we'll send you home from Indianapolis, which is where we are now.
Yep, we're in Indianapolis.
We just had a run. You just did stand-up comedy for the first time.
Just did stand-up for the first time this week, and dude, I fucking like it, man. It's so cool.
We put a couple grand in your pocket.
Yep, stoked. Thank you so much.
Were you more nervous getting up on stage for the first time or smuggling hashish over the border?
Smuggling hashish. For sure.
I'd probably be more nervous.
I was just worried about getting up stage and just like fucking up, you know, like saying it wrong or just like pausing. You know what I mean? Just stupid shit like that. But
they loved you, dude.
Yeah, dude. Thank you for that opportunity and experience. Because like, I never thought I'd ever be on tour with you, and I'd never ever thought I'd be on the Wildride show.
Yeah,
we love you, dude.
He gets so emotional, man. I love it.
We love you,
man.
Poopies.
Dude, what a lovable kid, man.
But yeah, it's crazy.
Dude, man, Poopies, I love you so much, bro.
But yeah, dude, I do stand up now, and I fucking kill it.
Yeah, you do.
If you guys want to book me, you guys can book me for stand up.
Hell yeah.
Dude, that's right.
Dude,
yeah, nice. It's crazy. Wildride.
And so your mom, you didn't tell your mom that you were...
No, I surprised her, yeah.
You got video of surprising your mom.
So, yeah, I got video of surprising my mom.
For your Chanel.
Yeah, for my Chanel. So I videoed all that, and I've been doing little takes here and there with my phone. So, and Paul's been helping me out with some clips.
Yeah, we shot last night him like meeting fans and shit like that.
Good.
Yeah, so it's been good. So I'm gonna go home, take all the footage and send it to Jack.
Did you get footage from our gas station bit?
Yeah, I did.
You have that?
Yes, I have that.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's a bunch of stuff that we didn't use, I'm sure. Like,
okay.
My video was like, what, like...
5-6 minutes, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I think Shane has it.
Yeah, Shane would have it.
Zeke's editor and filmer.
Yeah,
we got a lot of footage that we need to go through and like.
Yeah, I want you to get organized.
Yeah.
I want you to, just like nobody felt that they had to pay you much to be in Jackass. That like nobody's gonna do the work for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I'll help you every bit that I can.
Fuck, I'll be stoked.
But like I'm telling you, you gotta be focused. You gotta be organized. You gotta be motivated.
Yeah.
You gotta take advantage of the opportunity that you have right now.
Yep. And I think me being sober helps out so much.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, so you should get sober.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've been drinking in fucking 5 days.
Good.
It's pretty good.
You know you have a drinking problem when you know the exact amount of days.
Oh,
that you have it.
I definitely have alcoholism, bro. It's a disease, dude. It's gnarly.
Yeah.
It's hard to get rid of.
Right. All right. Well,
But, dude, I will, and I want to be better. I want to work on my stuff. I want to come out with better content every week, and
I mean, dude, yeah. I mean, that's one thing you are motivated for is filming for your Chanel.
I love my Chanel.
Yeah.
It's like my.
That's how YouTube or how Poopies spells channel.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know what I was saying, Chanel.
Yeah, it's funny. I was making my own
It's
intro.
the Poopies channel.
Yeah, it's the Poopies channel.
Right, and so we'll wrap this up here
'Kay.
with another heartfelt, desperate plea to
Dude.
get a lot of cameos
And merch. Like, I got my merch in my filmer's garage right now in Long Beach, ready to be sent out.
How about if we take it a step further and say what you're willing to do for cameos? Maybe it'll help.
I mean, you guys request whatever you want, and I'll do it.
Will you take a shit in an intersection?
Of course. I need to redo that act. Actually,
you know what? Like my dad.
I need to redo that stunt.
I don't know if you want to do that.
When Jackass first came out, my dad said, "I got an idea for you. It's called the executive dump." He said he wanted me to dress up like a businessman in a suit and tie with a briefcase and go to like a bus stop where people are at the bus stop. He says, and then you open up your briefcase and squat over it and take a shit in the briefcase. And you've got a roll of toilet paper in the briefcase, and you could grab it and then wipe your butt with the toilet, put it all back in the briefcase and close it up and just like nothing happened, and then
nonchalant.
And then like get on the bus or whatever.
That's the next Poopies video,
dude. You know what's funny?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the executive dump.
That's hilarious.
Fucking epic. Your dad.
Let's do that last side next week, dude.
Yeah, at the bus stop, dude. They'd be psyched.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny is when I surf the wedge in Newport, there's no bathrooms at all, and I usually get there pretty early, and I have to take a morning dump every morning. So I've started like showing up to the wedge, and like there's no bathroom, so I go fucking find like a little zone of shit, and it would be in front of public, you know. It would usually be in the harbor side where the rocks are. But dude, I was like, fuck. This one time I had an empty shoebox, and I looked at my empty shoebox. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. I'm going to poop in the empty shoebox. So I opened up my side door, set the shoebox down, opened it up, took a shit in my shoebox. I didn't have any toilet paper. I didn't wipe. But I closed up my shoebox and threw it in the trash can. And I was like, fuck, I'm going to do that every time I come to the wedge. So now every time I come to the wedge, I have an empty shoebox so I take a shit in.
Wow.
Good, dude.
It's kind of like the executive shit, but it's like...
You just put your wetsuit on, just surfed
like
all day.
the homeless dump.
That's more the surf bum dump.
Yeah, dude. All right, man. Everybody, please go get some Poopies merch.
Poopiesstore.com.
Poopiesstore.com.
Fire up some Poopies cameos.
Fire those up. I'm here. I'm ready.
And I'll tell you,
I'm waiting for those things.
I'll take it a step further. tag me in a Poopies cameo, and every single Poopies cameo video I see on Instagram, which I'm tagged in, I will double tap it, and I will leave a comment to critique Poopies' performance.
Nice, dude.
Poopies, and I'll even give maybe some feedback. Like,
shut up.
Like, Poopies, you know, a little more energy on this one, or like, you know.
Dude. That's huge, dude. Thank you.
And the best idea that somebody gives you to do for a cameo, we'll send them out a case of hot sauce.
Whoa.
Shit.
Oh, it's
now
on, you guys.
So they got to be creative with what they want Poopies to do.
You got to do a good job.
I'm good.
And the people have to have fun, creative to get you to
have fun with it.
Yeah, so we had a little contest going here.
I like it. The cameo challenge.
All right.
Dude, I'll be stoked.
Yeah. Dude, yeah.
I'll be stoked.
Dude, we got
Thank
you, dude. Love you, Poops,
Love
man.
you too, dude. This has been a dream come true, dude. You put me on, and dude, I can't thank you enough.
Well,
fuck yeah, Poops.
I'll tell you how you can thank me, dude. Fucking get clean and sober.
Yep, for sure. I know.
Yeah. Okay.
Love you. All right, you guys have a great night.
Hell yeah.
Later, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That was fucking bombshell shit, man. And like after we recorded that, 2 nights ago, I was like, it was weighing on me, man. I was just laying in bed. I was like, dude, our boy Poops, you know, like, just want to help him. You know, I want to help him. I was stoked to have him on tour. I've been stoked to put him on my main channel on my YouTube and just kind of pump him up, try and show him how it works, and ask you guys to help him out. I really would appreciate that. Like everything we talked about, yeah, jump on there, man. Help a boy out. Poops is a great kid, and it would mean a lot to me. So yeah, Street Team, I fucking love you, and thank you for sticking around. Yeah, dude. Hey everybody, and welcome to an explosive wild ride with Steveo. We've got Chris Pontius, and if you thought our first podcast with him was epic, this one is insane. And why am I sitting in front of a bunch of portraits of Elvis? Yeah, it's because I'm in Graceland right now on tour, and I'm kicking off a pretty serious leg. So if you're somewhere in America, you might want to check my tour schedule to see if I'm going your way. And I gotta say, I love everything about being on tour except for just one thing, man. I don't have my bidet from HelloTushy.com. Why is it so important to me? And why do I name Hello Tushy as my favorite sponsor of this podcast? Because I'm telling you, if you've never used a bidet, it will change your life. It changed my life. I'm telling you, and that was with their basic standard bidet. Now they've got this new device called the Tushy Ace. It's a whole toilet seat to replace your toilet seat, and at the push of a button it warms up. It prepares your water to the temperature that you prefer as soon as you sit on it. Like, you push the button on a remote control that just sticks to your wall with a magnet by the toilet. You push the button and it just starts power cleaning your butthole with this refreshing blast of water. I'm in love with it, and when I'm on the road, I miss it real bad. But you don't have to miss it ever. And you can get 10% off your order at HelloTushy.com/Steveo. That's right, you gotta use /Steveo after HelloTushy.com for 10% off your order. And like I said, it's going to change your life. I swear by it, I love it, and I feel like just lost without it. But hey man, I'm on a rock tour, and I'm in the home of the king of rock and roll, so I'm gonna deal with it, but you don't have to. Now, let's get into it. All right, dude. So we'll dive right in.
Yeah, enough of this shop talk. How am I good like this? You're with the mic? Rad. So
here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the return of Chris Pontius.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, dude.
It's great to be in your van.
Dude, I fucking wanted to make sure I was professional and that we didn't retread over the same subject matter that we did on your first podcast.
I know.
So I watched the whole first one and I was totally impressed by it.
Yeah, it's good. Like,
it's really fucking good.
We talked about a lot of things I don't think were ever covered in interviews before, like, which it's rad. Like, it really is good.
Yeah, we set the bar.
Ride.
Yeah, it is. It was really good.
We set the bar impossibly fucking high.
Yeah, it's impossibly high. So
I mean, oh my God, we're gonna have to really drop the hammer. We're gonna have to really drop the hammer.
Yeah, we
have to dig deep.
Yeah.
God.
So this is your first time in this van. Last time was on Zoom.
Yeah, it's my first time performing. I had a big COVID beard, as they called them at the time. I've trimmed myself up today.
I mean, dude.
Did you grow a big beard during that period?
I did not.
I've never seen you with the beard.
I grew an afro, but I kept shaving.
I only seen you with a mustache at one point in time.
Yeah, you ever have a beard, Steve?
I never have had a beard. Maybe I had a little bit of a goatee.
You did have a goatee before.
I had a little goatee that I grew while I was in a psychiatric ward for 3 weeks.
You know what I made you look even crazier. He's in the ward, like a crazy person.
The doctors see the goatee, they're like, "Oh, he's not getting better." That's for sure.
I have a psychiatric ward. I know we both dabbled in some, crazy behavior. And like ended up in psychiatric centers, even briefly. Did you ever deal with like a mean like Nurse Ratched type orderly? Because I have.
I don't remember that, but I do remember it being pretty scary. And there were certain people in one of the psych wards I was in who were like just trapped and couldn't get out.
Yeah.
What?
Like they'd been there for a long time.
How do you not get out?
Well, because like you're there for a psychiatric evaluation is what a 5150 is.
Yeah.
And you're constantly being evaluated. So if like the staff of the psychiatric ward evaluate you and deem you unfit to be released, they just fucking keep you, dude.
You're at their mercy.
Were you worried that you were never going to get out? Or
I was never particularly worried about not getting out, but I was stuck in there for 3 weeks, like the one time, and
how many evaluations?
It was my own
is
psychiatrist wouldn't let me out.
How often are you evaluated?
I mean, I think it's sort of an ongoing thing. It's pretty damn often.
Right.
But yeah, there were people who were freaking the fuck out in my first psych ward.
Alan Watts was talking about a study they did in the university back in the day where like they had a bunch of college students check themselves in to a psych ward and then try to get out, and then when they got in there they're like, no, this is a school project, you don't understand, like we're trying to get out, and they're like, sorry, you're in.
There's some like sadistic people in some like
people smearing shit all over the walls.
No, there's some people that work there too, like are just, I'm not saying everyone, but there's some sadistic people that like, I think they like,
it's a power thing.
The power thing. Like, what I noticed one night in Miami, you weren't there, Scott, fortunately. Me and Steve were out on the town.
Yeah, this is a story that we told.
Oh, we did.
We told that story fully on the first
when
one.
you woke up on top of your car.
But people didn't see it. You guys partied hard in Miami.
Yeah, when I woke up on the car naked. But so when I was in whatever version of the hospital, like the psych ward of the hospital, there was this one like orderly that was like, I was like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go to my hotel. I have to present at the Latin Music Awards. And he's like, you're getting a little too excited. I think someone needs a Valium. And I was like, no, just take me back to my hotel. And I'm like, God, it was horrible. Like, he was a freak. And the policeman had to like break it up.
You're like, okay, I'll take a Valium, but I really gotta get out of here.
I was over Valium at that point. That's what got me there.
Right.
Oh,
well, it was more of a mixture of cocaine and.
I mixed I didn't get my.
Did you get the jab in the butt?
No.
The booty juice.
You got the booty juice?
I got pepper sprayed.
Yeah.
God, and it hurt. That's what I always ask Knoxville, what hurt most of the self-defense test.
He's always said.
He always says pepper spray. And I've never been shot by a gun, thank God, but pepper spray is horrible. Like,
it's so gnarly.
It's so gnarly.
After I got pepper sprayed, I told every girl, like, your little taser thing, like, throw that away. It does nothing.
That's what I tell.
Pepper spray.
I know, and I give girls that I know like pepper spray. In South Africa, I gave everyone pepper spray. And I was like, carry this with you. And then they go out for a walk, not bring the pepper spray, get mugged. And like, why didn't you have that? I told you. And you practiced it. Like, because seriously, it should give you so much confidence. Like, the good stuff.
You're just like, shut down with pepper spray.
So funny how like at any time when we had security I always got in more trouble because we had security.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it would give me this sense of confidence. Like, when we filmed Jackass #2 in New Orleans, and we had, like, armed security with us.
Right.
And I was responsible for riling up some folks who ended up, like, really badly assaulting Jeff Tremaine.
Right.
Yeah.
You shoved him.
I shoved him. Yeah, I think we
the guy.
probably told that story on the train.
Why would you
podcast.
have security? Like what?
It was post Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans, and like crime was just going crazy, and like everything was in pretty unstable shape.
I think they just made like all productions have security, and I wasn't there when you initially pushed the guy, but yeah, so you pushed. These guys came. They were from a group of people in New Orleans that
they had some beef with Bam or something.
Apparently with CKY. Apparently they'd gotten into a fight at the House of Blues during a CKY show, and so they heard the Jackass guys are at this hotel. So these guys like show up that would never be in this lounge, and they go. I guess I wasn't.
Yeah, the guy goes up to Knoxville. He says, "Hey, why don't you buy me a drink? You're rich. Fucking buy me a drink." And Knoxville says, "I did. I got you a White Russian, but I might have cummed in it." And then I go up and fucking shove the dude across the whole bar into the arms of our security dude, who drags him out. And that kind of riled him up a little bit.
That'll do it.
Later on, some of the guys were at a bar, and I was with him, and I went to go get a sandwich, and then Shauna calls me and was like, "Jeff got a bike lock like smashed over his head."
That wouldn't happen if Pontius was there.
No, I would have. You know what? I would have stopped it from happening. You know, kept it cool.
You would have disarmed him.
I would have disarmed him.
You would have submitted him.
Submit him. Maybe a little late. Maybe a little late.
Yep.
After he tapped, I'd let it go a little
Blow, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So you've moved from the heart of Hollywood.
I moved out to the valley.
To the valley.
Yeah, I got out of there. I was over it. But yeah, so I'm stoked out here.
Now you had that house that you moved out of for fucking damn near 20 years.
Yeah. So yeah, I bought it like before even wildboyz.
I remember. Well, no, you were buying it when Jackass the movie came out.
That's right.
Because I remember at the time when Jackass the movie came out in 2002, I was like, Chris, we're like hot shit right now. We got a movie out. You got to fucking tour the world. We got to fucking... And you were like, oh, well, I'm like trying to like do all this stuff with my new house. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? Like right now, like tour the world and make tons of money, buy a bigger house.
Yeah, so I got that house, and that was around, I think it was around when I was doing that Charlie's Angels thing. So
right.
I briefly, when you see that, I got hired like to work for a week on Charlie's Angels,
the movie,
Full Throttle.
I mean, dude, 1 week and it turned into like
months. And so I just would sit there with all like the stuntmen, and we just get paid for doing nothing. They couldn't get their act together for all like the action scenes, so I just sit there and play guitar. Everyone was just getting paid double overtime every day, and it was the best deal ever. It was fun. Like everyone was really cool, and so yeah, I saved up a lot of money.
But you were in Charlie's Angels?
Charlie's Angels Full Throttle.
Full Throttle. So that's like a sequel. Okay.
Yeah, like
you were a stuntman for the women.
I was.
You were Lucy Liu.
Stunt?
Yeah, but I was basically in all these fight scenes with the stuntmen. So, and I was supposed to be like some sort of mobster.
Gotcha.
How did you get that role? Because
I don't know why. Like they just called me to come be in it. They're like, oh, we got a job for you. I tried out for like a different part like that actually got cut from the movie, and then they called me, so that I never got that role, and then they called me back and said if I wanted to work for a week or two, and then it turned out to be months. And so like they had like the stunt team from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon there, and all these crazy ropes and all this setup, and it just like they couldn't like, I don't know, it was weird, like they couldn't get it organized quick enough, and the studio kept changing the script, and so we just would sit there like, and they'd be like, we might film, and then it would go to double overtime every day.
Wow.
And
so what, you were sitting around with the stuntmen and they got you jazzed on the idea of buying a house?
No, that job helped me buy that house.
Oh, gotcha. I mean, like, you certainly had it in 2002, and I think that was a reasonably good time to buy a house, right?
Yeah, like at the time, everyone was like, oh, like, it's stuff's so high, and then like a few months after I bought it, stuff just jacked up. And then now, like, when I sold it, I earned a lot of money on it, and then
I bet.
And then when I bought this house, like a few months after I bought that, everything went crazy again. Like, So, yeah.
Timing.
So you're doing quite well with the real estate.
I'm doing all right with the real estate.
Yeah.
It's a sound investment.
Wee Man bought a house in right in like Marina Del Rey, like on the boardwalk,
Hermosa.
Hermosa. Like Hermosa Beach, like right on the beach. It's a beautiful fucking house, and like that was like 2009, I think, and then he sold it not that long ago for over double what he bought it for.
Yeah,
amazing.
It's crazy. You probably made way more than double on yours.
Yeah.
The Nichols Canyon.
Nichols Canyon.
That was a beautiful
at least
place.
Triple. It was rad.
Did you ever have water going through the creek there?
Oh yeah, most of the time it would go through until like this multi-year drought happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, it at least tripled. Like,
who are your famous neighbors there? Ooh, Pontius is definitely gonna talk about some famous people right now, and it's definitely gonna be exciting. And you know what really gets me excited? Having a huge boner. Yeah, I said it. And you know what makes me get a huge boner? Blue Chew tablets. Why? Because they have the same active ingredient as both Viagra and Cialis, except they only cost a fraction of the price, and they're delicious. Man, I'm telling you, if you ever thought it might be fun to take a Blue Chew tablet and then go to town with a huge boner, well, your instincts were right, because it's a lot of fun. And man, does my girl Lux love it when I creep up to her and stick out my tongue and she can see the blue on there. She goes, "Whoa!" She just screams, and then I take her to Pound Town, baby. Yeah, and now you might be thinking, whoa, but don't I need a prescription to get Blue Chew tablets? And yeah, you do. But the good news is you don't have to go to some awkward in-person visit to the doctor, because right at bluechew.com you can consult with one of their medical providers, and it is fast, it is easy, it is simple, and the Blue Chew tablets are on their way to you. Plus, here's the kicker. I can get you an entire month's supply of Blue Chew tablets completely for free if you just use the promo code steveo at bluechew.com. Yeah, dude, all you have to pay is $5 for shipping. You go to bluechew.com, you use the promo code steveo for an entire month's supply of Blue Chew tablets. You only pay $5 for shipping. Probably the greatest deal that we've ever had on this podcast, so jump on it. And now, let's get excited.
Henry Rollins lived down the street. And
wow.
Yeah, the crazy thing was, it wasn't like, Steve, I don't know, did you have a beef with Henry?
I didn't have a beef with him, but we had this woman, this young lass, who... I mean, there's no polite way to say it. She had been passed around the jackass cast, and Pontius and I even shared her at one time. You know, we had this
at the same time.
At the same time.
Was that the vagina eating contest?
It was a New Year's Day. It was January 1st of 2002.
Okay.
Like the Jackass offices were just opening, but we had not started filming Jackass, the first movie yet. And New Year's Day, we had done like every drug in the book the night before. Mushrooms and coke and ecstasy, like cocaine. I mean, dude, it was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous.
This was a party with like the whole cast, like New
there
Year's
was
Eve?
a party, but we ended up back in my apartment with this young lass.
For your own party.
Yeah, for our own party. And the sun was up. I had a pull-out sofa. We were on the pull-out sofa in the living room.
Wow.
And this remarkable occurrence happened where we both emitted. And we were on so many drugs. We were on so many drugs, it was like it happened in slow motion. I saw our semen flying through the air, both of our semens, and it landed on this woman at the exact same time, coming from like different, coming from. Oh, and that was when she said, "I wish I had two mouths," because that would have saved her from turning her head back and forth.
Oh my god!
Saved her neck.
Oh my god! Yeah.
But this woman in particular, this lady I speak of,
Yes.
had identified Henry Rollins as a love interest. Apparently, like,
Was she in town visiting him?
apparently, like, she would make trips to spend time with him.
Okay.
And so I just thought that was like so fascinating, and I would try to press her for information about.
We're both huge Rollins fans.
Yeah, we
Huge
love
Black Flag fans.
We love Rollins.
You're saying this night you tried to, or like you,
Why not
you would
just
see
in
her
general?
over
That's
and
why
over?
she was in town.
In general.
Yeah, I think
see.
it might have been why she's in town was to visit him, but
Right,
I don't
right.
know. I can't say for sure. But I was like, I remember pressing her for information. I was like, so when you're making love with Henry Rollins, he grunts, right? I know he does. Come on, tell me he grunts.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I can't even confirm that they even had a relationship, but I just like
The idea is cool.
The idea went like I went crazy with it,
Okay.
and I went on the Howard Stern show with that young lady,
Okay.
and she was doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I remember like
Immediately took her shirt off, didn't she?
yeah, immediately took her shirt off, and she was rolling she rolled a pool ball out of her boobs, like onto a light bulb on my head, breaking the light bulb, like really high level stuff.
Yeah.
And I told Howard Stern all about my ideas of what I thought her relationship with Mr. Rollins might have been like.
Wow.
So I just assumed that Mr. Rollins was none too pleased with me.
Right.
But later he said he never even heard about any of it.
Which, do you believe that?
I don't believe it.
Yeah, I
Who
mean,
knows?
Well, to complete the story for people, because I've heard you tell this story before, when they did the tattoo, the off-road
Right, the
tattoo
off-road
on
tattoo. They told me it was going to be Nikki Sixx
Right.
driving this Hummer, and I was like snorting cocaine off a picture of me and Nikki Sixx, like waiting for my hero Nikki Sixx to show up, like as if he was going to be really impressed that I was snorting cocaine off a picture of him.
because he was sober.
Right, I think he was sober at that time.
You were doing this at the job site, waiting
I
for
was,
him
I
to
was
come?
doing, I was doing it on
So
set.
stoked. He
On
was like a
the
little
set.
boy, so excited to meet his
Just
hero
doing
again.
coke?
I was blatant, dude. I was out in the open doing cocaine for the entire fucking first movie. The only scenes that I was not on cocaine for that whole first movie were the ones we filmed in Japan because I couldn't find cocaine in Japan. But
Whoa.
so yeah, I'm just snorting coke, and they said, okay, dude, this SUV pulls up. They said, okay, Steve-O, your fucking hero, Nikki Sixx, has arrived. Go up and fucking go greet him.
Did they
And
know
I
it
got-
wasn't him? They're just
and
we all knew.
I go up to the SUV, and fucking Henry Rollins gets out, and I thought, oh my god, this is a big thing. He's gonna kick my ass because he hates me. But he was nice as could be.
Yeah, he's super nice. It
was
was
so-
awkward though.
he was sober too.
He's always been sober, I think.
Yeah.
He's like
Are
a
they
straight edge guy.
edge?
Yeah.
Pretty
You were
much,
just
yeah.
like,
But wait, Chris, you guys knew. So was the prank just like, oh, it's not Nikki Sixx, or were
we
you
all knew.
expecting
Yeah, we were
Henry
like,
Rollins?
oh god, he's gonna be so freaked out when,
have
when
another
Rollins
line,
shows
Steve.
up.
So you
And,
knew
yeah,
he'd
we
be
were so
scared.
excited. Yeah, because
Hey, you were there for that?
yeah, oh yeah.
Did
And
you think Henry Rollins was going to beat him up, or was that your hope? Or
I just thought
it'll be funny.
I didn't know. I don't know what was gonna. I didn't want him to get beaten up.
Sure.
If he did, like, if something really happened,
I mean, if it went too far, Chris would have.
I would have stepped in and defended him. I always have in the
Superman
past. even when he might have started it.
Ride or die.
But
Chris
like,
Pine.
but it was just awkward, kind of. But then Henry was rad. But then you know what I did?
Henry Rollins was the fucking coolest.
You know what I did though? Like the second night, I actually, like the day after I moved into my house, I had some friends over, some girls that I was friends with, and I was like, Henry Rollins lives down the street, and they're like, oh my god, I want to go serenade him. And this was like after we were home from the bar, like super late at night, and so we walked down the street with one of them's got an acoustic guitar, and she starts singing "Every Rose Has Its Thorn" like to his front door, like so loud, and I just moved in. And then we run off, laughing, and then like the next night I'm just walking down the hill, and he's happens to be like out front cleaning his garage, and so I run into him. Stupidly, I introduced myself from Jackass, and he's like, he had to have known it was me, and he's like, are you a PA? I'm like, no, I'm one of the Jackass guys, and I moved up the street, and it was pretty obvious that I was probably like involved in that serenade, but he didn't mention it, and then years later, like Rollins had Knoxville on his show.
Oh yeah, what show?
I think it was called the Henry Rollins Show. It was on.
He had a podcast?
No, it was on.
Oh, like a talk show.
Sirius XM.
It was on a channel. I can't remember what it was. It wasn't a very good talk show, though, to be honest with you, because it seemed like maybe he might have talked too much.
There's no shows like that.
So it sounds like a podcast.
But Knoxville brought up that I lived up the street from him. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I was serenaded once or something like that," and that's all he said. But
so he pretends to not know. He
other
probably
than that,
knew about your Howard Stern
I never
shit.
really talked to Rollins. I don't know, 15 years he probably lived by me. He moved before I did. One time a bum set a fire across the street from his house. Accidentally, like their camp caught on fire, and everyone like ran down to watch the fire, and he was there, but he didn't talk to me. Like he was really to himself. Every once in a while, you'd see a young lady like that. You could tell he was briefly dating, like in front of his house. But other than that, like it didn't seem like he had company over very often.
Yeah,
but
you guys have met probably a lot of your heroes, like in your line of work. Like who's just been the coolest?
The coolest?
Yeah.
Brad Pitt was cool.
Brad Pitt was super cool.
He did, yeah. Brad Pitt was super cool.
Leonardo DiCaprio was super cool.
I've never met him, I don't think.
He is really into animals, and he came up to me. I guess I didn't tell this story. So I was at some event, and he came up to me, and I didn't know it was him. And he asked me about like wildboyz. He's like, "You're from wildboyz," and I talked to him for like an hour about like all this animal stuff and all that. And I was like, "Oh, that guy was real cool." And then later on in the night, like I saw him like going on his way home, and he was with some gnarly model girl. I was like, "Whoa, that dude has a gnarly girlfriend."
You didn't know it was Leonardo
probably
DiCaprio?
like Giselle or something. Like, yeah, I didn't. And then the next day, my friend's like, "Yeah, when you were talking to Leo last night," and I was like, "That was Leonardo DiCaprio?" I was like, "Whoa, I had no idea."
Wow.
Like, I'm not very good at knowing if people are stars. Like, but he was super cool.
What was Brad Pitt like?
He was rad.
So fucking cool.
What year was this?
Dude, it was 2001.
Yeah, that was 2001.
Like Legends of the Fall shit, like around that time.
Yeah, 2001, and Spike Jonze was buddies with Brad Pitt, and so they were like hanging out, and Brad was like, "Dude, I want to be on Jackass." Like, really? And like, huh? And so Spike set it up, and there was like a TV office that we had, and Brad Pitt's just
hanging out.
Just hanging out. I remember like I bummed a cigarette off of him. Like he gave me a cigarette.
It's crazy he smokes.
I was so surprised he smoked.
And in that movie 12 Monkeys, to get his character, he said he stopped smoking cigarettes to just get really fucking antsy and fidgety and act like he was in a mental ward.
God, yeah, he was super cool. Like,
and you filmed a couple. Yeah, go ahead.
Like, he gave me a cigarette, and right in that same sort of moment, I had my skateboard, and I went to go do this super difficult like fast plant finger flip trick, and I pulled it off
in front of Brad.
In front of Brad Pitt. I did my most difficult trick, and I pulled it first time, and I was just like, I remember like the first thing he said to me too. He was like, "Hey, how long did it take for your eyebrows to grow back when they waxed them off?"
Wow,
that's rad.
Yeah.
He's a fan.
Yeah, it's super cool, dude.
And
so cool.
You guys you like kidnapped him for the show, and you did the monkey thing, right? Was that all you guys did?
We did two bits. One was we put him in line at Pink's, which is this hot dog stand that just always has the craziest line, and kidnapped him.
So funny.
Which the cops, we called the cops ahead of time, set it up with the police.
Okayed it with them, right?
Yeah, we just said disregard. They knew to disregard calls about Brad Pitt being kidnapped.
People were trying to save Brad, freaking out. Like, this one dude was like pulling back really hard.
Right.
And there Ryan Kingman was there filming with it, like, and it was
Bam was so pissed about the monkey suit thing. And he made a good point. He's like, you have Brad fucking Pitt. Why on earth are you gonna put him in a monkey suit and cover his face?
Yeah,
it could be anybody.
I got it. I know. I thought he had a good point.
Why did they do that?
The punchline was though at the credits when it's like it said like people
Well,
was
the monkey
there was like Brad Pitt in the monkey thing, and then he takes the mask off, and it is Brad Pitt.
Oh, so when you first see his name, you're like, oh, that's it. Obviously not Brad Pitt.
I think that's
but then
what
he
the
reveals
idea.
it.
It was a bad idea.
So people were trying to save a monkey, not Brad Pitt.
No,
that was
Brad
separate
Pitt.
bit.
The night monkey bit.
Yeah.
It was an extension of this bit that I did before that, where I just ran around town like causing trouble just as a monkey, and I swung on this flagpole. Remember that? There's a flagpole I swung over traffic. That was from this thing that Nadas did in Transworld, like where he was swinging over like a car. Do you remember that picture?
I remember a lot of Nadas. I don't remember
But I guess Spike took that picture, and he knew where this flagpole was.
Oh,
it was
wow.
amazing. But I'm fascinated with like different celebrities and like asking people who the meanest one and who the coolest one was. Mm-hmm. I can tell you who the meanest one I ever met was. Her name is Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, shit.
It's crazy that all this stuff's come out like about Ellen being mean. Because when I met her, I thought she was really mean.
Where'd you meet her?
I met her at the VH1 Big in 04 or Big in 05 Awards, and it was when her show was like, I guess she was the big thing at the time, and all the like
Her sitcom or her Ellen show?
the Ellen show or the one where she like in her her talk show.
The talk show.
So she was there, and I guess I was in the green room, and there wasn't that many people in the green room, like, and so everyone like got to talking pretty good, and like someone like warned her that like one of the toilets was broken because it was like these kind of like those fancy outdoor toilets, and she was like just gave a really rude response, and then she was just smoking cigarettes like in her
Ellen
assistant
was
like,
smoking cigarettes?
yeah, I was so
Wow.
surprised she was smoking, and she's like, so what do I got to do? Like, and she's just pissed to be there, and then she comes out on stage and she's like all like funny, nice Ellen, you know, like the person that they think she is.
Wow.
So I talked to her, and she had no interest in talking to me at all. She like, and yeah, I don't know, she seemed to hate me, but then she seemed just to hate everyone. So I wasn't surprised when everyone came forward saying that Ellen is a tyrant.
Yeah.
Well, what about working with Britney Spears? Did you both?
Britney, she was perfectly
She
sweet.
was cool.
She was cool as
Super
fuck.
nice.
She was perfectly sweet, and if anything, she was just. I felt Britney Spears was insulated by like people trying to keep you away from her. But like if you could get to her,
She was down
She was
to
just.
earth.
She was really
couldn't
nice.
have been
Yeah, super
sweeter.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because remember there was a helicopter flying above just because they knew that Britney Spears was out there filming.
Really?
Paparazzi in the
Yeah,
helicopter.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
next
wow.
level.
That is next level.
Yeah.
Like.
Especially like, what does it cost to get a helicopter up in the air? You know, it's
It's
not
insane.
a drone.
Yeah.
It's a fucking.
And then,
Well, I can tell you what
Yeah,
it
we
costs
know
to
what
get
that
a
yeah, wow.
To maybe get a photo. It's a huge
And
investment.
what about working with Kim Kardashian?
She was cool as hell.
I heard
Yeah.
she was nice.
Yeah, she's super laid back. Like, I met Kim Kardashian a bunch of times.
Yeah, I've always heard she was really nice.
Yeah.
Who have you met that wasn't so nice?
Lindsay Lohan.
No, Lindsay Lohan was always super sweet to me. I partied with her a lot.
Okay.
I remember hearing some of those party stories.
Yeah, Lindsay Lohan. I partied with her a lot. One time she came over to my apartment and immediately locked herself up in the bathroom, with one of her friends. And then it turned out that she had left her wallet in my bathroom at my apartment. So she reached out to try to get her wallet back. Now, meanwhile, while she was at my apartment, I pulled out a video camera on her and just filmed some stuff that made her pretty uncomfortable. And then the next day, she's like, "Hey, I left my wallet. Can you bring it to me?" And I fucking brought her back her wallet and made her sign a release form for the footage. I traded her. I was like,
Wow.
yeah, here's your wallet, but can you just sign this?
Because you were going to use it in one of your own videos.
Yeah, I wanted to use it in one of my own videos. It wasn't anything like that bad.
No, it's
It wasn't
nothing.
anything that bad, but it just also was I just stuck a camera in her
Sure.
face, and it was super aggressive.
I've seen the footage. I think at the time it's she was like a paparazzi,
Right.
It was when she was on
preyed
fire.
upon. Yeah, so
Yeah.
any her partying, for you to pull out a camera, this is the last thing I want to see.
Yeah,
I
you
think
told me
that's when
that-
she started hiding in the bathroom.
yeah.
After you pulled out the camera.
Because of you.
Yeah. And then you're like, Lindsay, I want to show you a trick with this knife on my nose or something like
Yeah,
that.
that
And she
checks
just
out.
refused to come out.
Yeah.
You told me a story about partying with her in New York and her having 2 SUVs and bodyguards and muscling people out of the bathroom. So you can,
Yeah, there's a little bit of that.
I don't know if these are private stories.
Maybe, just
Yeah,
leave it at
maybe we
that.
should avoid those.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I'm not gonna.
Well, here, I'll say this. There was, at some point, I feel like it was in the news that she had, a list of... There was something that got, leaked, and it came out, and it was, in her handwriting, and it was, she had written a list of, famous men that she had been in bed with.
Yeah.
And, I She had mentioned some of that.
I remember you telling me about asking her about them and like who was the best and like who had the smallest wiener.
She did critique.
Yeah.
Is there a best we can get or any sort of?
I remember what.
Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But wait, for Chris's question, who was the least cool celebrity you met?
Oh boy, we're about to say some not very nice things about a bunch of celebrities, and I don't even feel bad about it. But you know what I do feel really bad about is the awful garbage I have been putting in my body. My diet has gone to absolute hell. Here at Graceland, they've got this rock and roll cafe where I ate fried cheese. That was my best option. Mozzarella sticks, and oh dude, it's so bad. But the one thing saving me is Athletic Greens, baby. It's just right here. Comprehensive and convenient daily nutrition. You know what that means? This gives me all of the nutrition I need. It's saving me from my terrible diet on tour. Okay? It's got 75 different vitamins, minerals, whole food sourced superfoods, probiotics. It helps gut health. It helps digestion. It helps with brain work. I mean, it really helps me think better. I'm telling you, I love it. I swear by it. I use it every day, and it is saving me from myself. And if you go to athleticgreens.com/steveo, you'll get an entire year's supply of immune-boosting vitamin D, plus 5 of these comprehensive daily nutrition packets completely for free with your first purchase. So get on over to athleticgreens.com/steveo and get healthy. Yeah, dude. Now, let's talk crap about celebrities. For me, the least cool...
And not because you were being, like, annoying or...
Right.
So I'll take all those out.
Oh, well, then everyone was pretty cool.
Yeah, who was the guy that you got into Vegas? Mike Ness, and he
was that guy. He wasn't uncool at all. I mean, dude, like, I'm always annoying, or at least I was really annoying. And I remember Kid Rock was with Pamela Anderson in, like, again, there was like 2001. And I was like, yo, dude, oh man, let me show you this trick. Oh man, I'll show you this trick. And I'm like balancing the cup and I'm trying to lay down. And like, he just fucking kicked me. He just straight kicked me and knocked the cup off my head, ruined my trick.
I remember, like, it might have been at this party, like, we went to like it was like Stuff magazine or one of those men's magazines.
Yeah.
And then after it, we went to like the after party and like, I remember seeing Kid Rock with his chick. I thought it was like this gnarly, like stripper looking girl. And once again, I didn't recognize the star. It was Pamela Anderson.
Yeah.
But I was blown away by how, like...
That was actually where it was a Santa Monica Pier.
Yeah.
Fucking Stuff magazine party. That was where Kid Rock kicked me.
Yeah.
In the middle of my trick. In the middle of my trick.
What you do? You would just go up to people and be like, "Let me show you a trick."
This out. Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio, can I show you a trick?
That's what he did to everyone, not even celebrities, though, when we first met him.
Yeah. Oh, dude. I remember, like...
What was your go-to trick?
Though I balanced the cup on my head and drank it without touching with my hands.
Why would you want to show people that? Just
I don't know, but dude, I remember a lot of people were not fucking stoked on it. I remember Perry Farrell from Jane's Addiction. He was in the middle, it was way before even Jackass. And in like a crowded nightclub, and he's trying to just navigate his way through the crowd. And I'm like, yeah, dude, let me show you a trick. He hated it. And
they would watch the whole trick and be like, cool.
And Prince was super a jerk to me. I remember I was like, oh, Prince, dude, let me show you a trick. And so I'm doing my trick, and I had this model girlfriend, and he turns to my model girlfriend. He's like, "Does this impress you?" Like he said it in a real condescending dick way.
And you were famous by this time already.
Yeah. And my model girlfriend said, "Yeah, it's actually pretty impressive. You should check it out." And he was just, but Chris makes a very good point that like I definitely inspired a lot of people to be jerks to me.
Perhaps you set him up.
But I remember one of the first or second nights we ever hung out, like we were at the hotel that we were staying at in Miami for Jackass, and we were climbing on like the balcony or something, and the security guard like rolls up on a golf cart, and he's like, "Hey, you guys got to get down," and you're like, "Dude, it's cool," and you like jump down, and you did a press to handstand for him to like show that it was cool. Like, I was like, he's like, "Yeah, you did that for me before at a bar, and I bought you drinks."
You know what?
I think the word might be incorrigible.
For sure. Well, we talked about when your sister was on the show. We talked about how when your parents would have guests over, they would make you and Cindy come perform tricks for them, like perform for them.
That's true.
Do you think that like
it's
led to you when you meet someone, you want to show them a trick? That's like your go-to instinct. And I think it could be from that.
It very well could be. That's insightful.
I was thinking that when I was editing it, I was like, oh my god, maybe that's where it comes from.
Let me swim 100 laps for $1 for you.
It's like a new person, like a new friend. Like, let me show you a trick. Like, let me perform.
Yeah.
What am I?
That's heavy, dude.
Yeah, I mean, dude, and let me say too, like, having watched our first episode, like, I fucking am so grateful for you, dude. I mean, I just fucking love you so much, man. And particularly as we reflect on what an annoying douche I've been over the years. Like, your unwavering love and support of me.
I love you too. And I didn't think you were you were annoying. I think, but when I said that, like, it was maybe the celebrities might have taken you as aggressive.
I can be a lot to handle.
Overly friendly.
Yeah, my problem is too that the more a person excites me, the more amplified my approach to them is.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like people stutter when it's most important for them to not stutter.
Right.
Like I'm
you
the
get
biggest.
more articulate.
I'm the biggest douche when it should be important to me to not be a douche.
Right.
No, but you're like when we have somebody on the podcast that you really want to have on, like you're really like articulate. You know, I'm sure the drugs and alcohol didn't help at all the case, but like when you have somebody here, like. You're not overzealous or anything like that. Like you just, it takes you a little bit longer to get to the point. But like you don't go crazy.
No, yeah, you're not so much this way now. The way that we're describing.
I've come a long way.
I've never known you like that since I've known you. You know.
Oh yeah, that you were just excited. You were just happy to be there.
Yeah.
You know the people, and at least you were nice. You know the worst people are the people. Not the big celebrities like Brad Pitt or Leonardo DiCaprio. It's always those fly-by-night celebrities that like. Are like big one day and then gone the next, that think they're like the biggest deal in town. Like those are the ones. Like the Situation. That guy wasn't he rude to you?
He was a jerk to me.
The Situation.
Yep.
Yeah.
What happened? Didn't like your trick?
It was on the.
Was it in MTV Awards?
The MTV VMAs, or no, sorry, it was the MTV Music Award, MTV Movie Awards. And we were there to promote Jackass 3D. And, like, I went up to the Situation on the red carpet. And
you were sober?
I was sober.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I went up to the Situation, and he cool guyed me. I forget what...
He was just too cool, though. He snubbed you.
He was too cool. He snubbed me.
You were like,
I think I might have been barging into his interview and interrupting.
And I was making fun of him.
Sober.
I haven't seen anything of that guy since that comedy special. Like, you were on.
Nah, I wasn't on.
You weren't on that one.
I wasn't on the one, but he was on the.
What, the roast?
Roast.
He was on a roast.
Trump, didn't he? Roast Trump?
He perhaps it was pretty gnarly.
It was bad.
It was pretty gnarly bomb, and certainly.
He really bombed.
How were
But
all the...
I'm not trying to beat up on him too much. You know, I think.
How were all the stars when you did the celebrity roast? Were they all? I mean, pretty cool.
They were cool. They were super cool.
The clip of Amy Schumer saying that Ryan Dunn joke kind of went viral when it was like Chris Rock's joke.
Mean, let's be clear that Amy Schumer was not saying anything disparaging of Ryan Dunn.
Sure.
The thing was that she, there was nothing like wrong about what she said. Oh, your friend died, and that's so sad. But like I was along with everybody else thinking, man, why couldn't it have been Steve-O?
Right.
So it's like. I mean, I don't know.
Well,
I think she caught a lot of grief for that. That I don't think that.
Well, I'm not saying we should pile onto her. I just saw it go viral recently.
I actually, myself, I got carried away in all of the grief that was being thrown at her, and I at one point reached out to, to just try to say, hey, like I'm not proud of how I handled this situation. I was a jerk and I contributed to it. And we made everything really nice. And now whenever I see Amy Schumer getting grief for that to this day, I don't like it. Like I don't think she deserves it, and it bothers me.
Good.
Do you guys have any cool Ryan Dunn stories? Partying together or anything like that?
Think of something in particular.
Can we get you to squeeze a word in edgewise? What? I'm doing my thing where I won't shut the fuck up. And,
no.
But this is interesting. This is all cool.
This is great. But yeah, you guys first met Ryan on the first season, or not even? Ryan
Dunn was actually like watching him. He was by far my favorite of all those guys from Pennsylvania. Like, I
think
he
Deco.
was so funny.
I think
Deco too, but Deco never really came out in Jackass like strong.
Right.
Deco was amazing in CKY, but like on Jackass, I just liked Ryan's like personality. Like first thing I ever saw him was that backwoods crap, and I was like,
I mean, dude, how insane is it that Ryan Dunn was okay with being called Random Hero? Can you imagine, like, if someone tried to give me the name Random Hero? How fucking incensed I would be. I'd be like, no, like, you know.
He likes the name Random Hero.
He was just he had no ego.
No ego at all.
You know,
he was amazing. He had a great vibe. Like
you have no ego too. Like,
try not to. Like, yeah, I think. Hopefully, I don't.
Yeah, and it's wildly impressive. That's one thing I gleaned from listening back to
lack of ego, though. Like, oh, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah,
lack of ego also can kind of. I think it's hurt me because to be like an entertainer or someone that's like being famous, like you need some sort of ego to a point. You know, like for the sake of your career, like you got to believe in yourself. Like, I mean, which is different than having a big ego, but you know. A lack of ego can also hurt you. Like
I see how that works, and you know, like what I was gonna say is listening back to our first podcast together, you really like eloquently articulated that you're not, you know, like you came into the entertainment industry, but that you never really identified with like the whole show business, kind of a Hollywood thing, and you know, you feel like you still don't identify that way, and you know, it's just not what makes you tick, and I think that from a career perspective, it does work against you.
Yeah,
if you're not.
It would help if I was a little more like
shameless self-promoter, egomaniac.
Because it would help, you know, to a point, you know, because I mean everyone like rock stars, actors, they are like, you know, they have egos to a point. Like it would help because I was just never like I want to be famous. I want to be famous, and then I just became famous. Like
but I think it does work against you to a degree, but at the same time, like you're this special like unicorn kind of, you know, like whenever you pop up, it's like it's something fucking.
Well, that's
dope.
a nice thing to say. That's rad. Thank you. Like I think to be like you got to look at me to a point, you know, like and so I'm trying to be better about it too. Like, but like and also like on Jackass we all have our role, you know. I think a good thing about Jackass is like the variety of people that we happen to just land with, like how it, you know, it was never meant to be like a little person, a big guy, etc. But it just happened to be that way. But like as like Jackass went on, everyone kind of knows where they fit in and what you know, like where someone's strengths are. And I think
now when you say that you know you're gonna work on being more like sort of an attention seeker, well, that's how I'm hearing it. And I like that because I've been trying to encourage you to get into creating content and you know, running a YouTube channel, putting up videos. Like I really think that is the way to the future.
And it's so creative too.
I mean, dude, you are so creative, and when I just think of like a Chris Pontius YouTube channel and like how fucking genius and just wonderful your videos will be.
Well, at Big Brother, you were my favorite writer.
Oh, thanks.
You know, and that's
that's rad. And I love writing, but it's like, you know, anything that you do creatively, it's all like filming, like doing music, writing. It's all the same thing. It's just like the palette that you're doing it on. But yeah, I think I'm good. everybody, I'm gonna have my YouTube thing soon, and me and Steve are gonna film one very soon. Hopefully, not long after you see this.
Yeah,
I promise.
Maybe Steve can break a bottle
We already
on
have
your
the
head.
theme of it. Steve made it up.
Is it live? Can people go subscribe?
It's not live yet. Oh, was it live now?
It's been
Live.
Dude, if you type in youtube.com/Chris Pontius,
You can subscribe.
it's gonna have a Chris Pontius band. Like it was taken. That URL was taken by like some random, but they were inactive with it. So I reached out to my guy at YouTube and I was like, "Hey, here's this inactive fucking thing. Let's swipe it from them." And so we took it over, and I was like, "Chris, dude, I got a present for you." And I showed him. I made him a banner. Paul made him a banner, and we got to hurry up before that gets swiped for inactivity.
I promise we'll have that out. We're gonna film it very soon.
Yeah,
That'd be sick.
No,
You
Steve
could even
set up the YouTube thing and everything. So
I'm like, Chris, here's
I gotta do it.
I'm like, Chris, here's your YouTube password, login info. Like, it's ready to go. And and dude, like, I've been so pushy and trying to be like, Chris, it's all about content. You gotta always do it. But it's just a question, I think, of us getting together and fucking just banging it out. You know?
I promise to you, and I promise to everyone though. I do need to do that, and you're right. It is the future doing these things, and stuff has changed from like making TV shows, and like it definitely has changed. And I'm like, I've been talking to this person, that person about like making this TV show and that. And
dude, fuck that, dude. It's banging your head against the wall trying to sell a TV show.
And I think, and I think even the worthwhileness of it, like even like monetarily,
it's the television is just a fucking.
Was your first YouTube video him breaking a bottle over your head?
I put up 2 at the same time on the same day. One was my fake used condom prank, and the other one was Pontius breaking the bottle on my head.
Maybe you could break the bottle on his head.
Nah, we don't need to do that. Pontius is so. Pontius doesn't need to resort to self-harm the way I do.
I'm just thinking, I've never had a bottle broken over my head.
Break it over in your own head.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you need that.
I did get together with Jeff yesterday or the day before to work on Shark Week. And
okay.
We had we done Shark Week when the last time we talked?
No.
Like, like all this has happened.
The last podcast we did was episode 29, which was just crazy.
It was like a year ago.
Dude, way more, dude. It was in that like the fucking white hot fucking peak of the lockdown. Like the initial.
Yeah, it was
81 weeks ago.
So
no.
So we did the first Shark Week special, and Poopies got bit. It went great. It was amazing. But I think we've universally agreed like not to push it with sharks anymore. So we're trying to write ideas that are like we got to follow up on everything with Poopies and like.
Dude, we had Poopies on the podcast, and
what a sweetheart.
It was. I was a jerk to him. Like I said to Paul, I was like, I started the Poopies podcast, and I'm like, so your thing is that you're dumb,
right.
And
but you were like, so you're like really dumb, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, so you're really dumb, like, and I don't think that there was like. I wasn't trying to be mean. I didn't have meanness in my heart, but it came off like pretty shitty.
So you're broke and dumb, right?
We did this Twitter watch party. I don't think you were involved with it, but it was like a week ago or something. And Aaron was on there, and he took some comments that I made as offensive, and I didn't mean them in as offensive ways. But he got really mad, and apparently, like he left. Like the Twitter feed, and Dave was on the phone with him.
Dude, I'm glad that you brought this up, because as I drove over here, it occurred to me as something I wanted to bring up. I think that the extent to which Danger Aaron has been bullied, particularly when it's off camera and like there's not really any good reason for it, it's just like. I wish that I could spearhead a movement, or not, but I just wish that Danger would not be bullied so much.
I wish he wouldn't also, but it's that said, like, I think the fault is like having him in the position where he can, like, when he just talks for the sake of talking. Like, I know my role on Jackass, like, is to like, a big part of what I do is like saying funny stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so when we're filming, and like I know I'm standing there like ready to like say funny stuff and help improve bits, he's just jumping in front of me, yelling crap that it's not worth hearing. That's why he makes me so mad. And it's like, you're all right. I don't jump in front of you while you're getting like, you know, in the middle of the cup test and like say, look at me, like. So that's basically what you're doing, like, and you're hurting the movie and you're hurting what like my participation in it, and that's why it pisses me off, and it really pisses me off.
Yeah, it does. It does. Now, let me tell you this. I remember when they were assigning the way that we would be broken up for the press junket for Jackass Forever, and I got an email that said, it's you and Pontius and Danger Aaron. And I wrote back immediately. I said, hey, I really don't think it's a good idea to sit Pontius and Danger Aaron together for hours and hours of interviews. Like, it's just not going to end well. No. Because I knew from having spent time with Danger and you guys separately. Yeah. I knew that Danger Aaron was at a breaking point, and I knew that you were like, they're like both of you guys.
And I was ready to break someone.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Or him in particular.
Yeah, for sure. And I like, it breaks my heart because while there is absolute validity to what you're saying, you know, like, I just know, I'm not even gonna say who's right or who's wrong. I'm just gonna acknowledge that he's at a breaking point.
Oh yeah, no, and I don't like making Aaron. I don't like to like make him feel bad. And I love Aaron, and we talk all the time actually. Like, good. It's when we're filming that he makes me mad. Like, right. But Aaron's rad, and it's really just a matter of not having him in the position to be doing that. Really, like. Right.
I brought it up with Danger, talking about him being bullied.
Really? What's he
saying? It was a clip on our channel.
Yeah, it was a clip on a channel that did really well.
It did really well.
You know, I mean,
strong clip.
I'm down for participating in everything that's on camera and that like makes sense, and that, but it's just like when it's off camera, like I've never bullied Danger. Yeah, like off camera, I don't think.
I don't feel I bully him off camera. I mean, if anything, it's like it's whenever he steps on me talking or interrupts me or talks over me, and it's so frustrating. And it. So I mean, it hurts.
It's so
me
funny. Like this is like Chris expressing how I feel when I'm doing my comedy show and people are yelling shit out during my act.
That's a good topic.
Drives me fucking nuts.
Yeah. So yeah. Does that happen a lot? Like when you have to deal with a heckler?
Dude,
every show.
I got into therapy for it. I literally fucking went on BetterHelp and got fucking therapy because I can't. I fucking can't handle it.
Really? You already talked about it in therapy?
Yeah, dude. I've had numerous sessions.
Did they get to the root of it?
I mean, it's just like, I mean, basically, it was like I had to do inventory on it, you know?
Well, that's, and the thing of part of being a comedian is how good you are dealing with hecklers. I actually kind of like hecklers to a point. Like,
well, I mean, the word heckler conjures up notions of wittiness and like challenging the comedian. Yeah. But the reality of heckling is just it's fucking drunk shitheads that are just yelling out with bad timing. So they stomp on your joke. They fucking ruin your joke. It's everything that you're describing about Danger Aaron.
Yeah, but doing that during your show. Yeah, that's not like a heckler in the sense that like your stereotypical sense of it, like just challenging the comedian to a joke contest. Yeah, they really are messing up your show.
Right.
I had a guy actually do that to me at a show a while back, and what I did, like, you can't always do this. I invited him up on stage and then
choked him out.
No, I didn't choke him out. He was a really aggressive, really drunk heckler. And I invited him up on stage, and I put him like in the corner, like he was gonna do something, and then I just like forgot about him, and I went back to my show. So he stood there like awkwardly for like 10 minutes, like looking around, like thinking he was gonna get called, and then he's like, up, and he just like walked off.
Wow, that's smart.
I didn't mean it to be smart either. It just happened. Like I just put him in the corner,
right?
But then he didn't know what to do because he all of a sudden was on stage. But not being asked to do anything.
Right.
Like,
wow, that's pretty.
I put him in an awkward situation.
Right.
I want to ask you two questions. The one would be, do you have a favorite Jackass bit that you've done of all time? And then do you have a favorite Jackass bit for forever?
I'm going to answer for Chris, and his favorite bit that he's done of all time is the opening of the new movie.
I'm pretty stoked on the opening of the new movie.
Wow. I'm sure that's been asked a lot in the press junkets, but I was just...
I mean, if you think about it, like... like the box office performance of Jackass Forever, while it was successful, it was #1, like still it got fucked by COVID. So as we're saying this, there's probably a great number of people who have not seen Jackass Forever, even though it's now available for home, like you can get it on iTunes and, you know, home video. And when you get the digital home video version, it comes with like 40 minutes of extra shit, which is all awesome shit too. But there's just a lot of people that haven't seen the grand opening sequence of Jackass Forever, and it's fucking awesome.
You want to give them a little breakdown of what it is?
A little taste.
Oh, all right. So
pull your pants
I
down.
will, without spoiling it for anyone.
I mean, you can.
I'll just do it best I can.
I don't
without
think that you can
spoiling like
spoil
what
it.
happens in it. My penis is in a monster costume, and it's dressed up like a monster. So I actually have some things I want to actually talk about the experience of filming.
For sure.
This.
I mean,
so,
dude, I remember on the set, like you're in the middle. You're in the
Yeah.
middle of this big miniature set.
Pubic makeup.
Like this big miniature set. You're underneath, and there's just all this fucking machinery, and your dick got like fucking caught in like some cog of machinery. It was the gnarliest.
What machine?
So,
dude, it was. They had the like Oscar award winning fucking best puppeteer team.
The guys that did the puppeteering from like Ghostbusters and like the top like demolitions people
to put
and
makeup
I'm on
on
this
your
cart
dick?
that is
No,
like
they had fucking they were puppeteering. His dick was a puppet.
yeah, and they couldn't figure out how to attach it. You know, they couldn't figure out how to attach my dick to the thing to puppet it off to make it stand up that way. And crazily enough, my wife actually came up with the apparatus. Like you can even notice like at the beginning, like it's like standing up. It's just kind of weird. You can tell someone's pulling it, and then later on, it's like held up really good. And she came up with like this like weird thing that we got from a wilderness store, and like it ended up being the perfect thing. And
Dude,
I wish we had it the whole time.
May saved the day big time.
How long?
Here's the thing: like his penis gets painted green, like to be like this fucking dinosaur monster. You know, anything except Godzilla.
A kaiju, as they call them in Japan.
So they've got this fucking miniature city for like the miniature shots. They had the whole Paramount lot, which is New York City, and they had fucking huge cranes throwing fucking cars, explosions, everything. Like it was a $3 million
It's
fucking
gnarly.
shoot.
And there's a slot like that my penis and my balls are going through, and I'm under the table, and there's like a rig that it's like on wheels or something that like it enables me to travel under the table. So like when it's too tight, like it gets caught, like your balls get caught or whatever. It's gnarly, but the thing that I have some thoughts to share about my whole experience. I've never even mentioned. So the first thing we did for preparing for this bit, like it was first going to be a bit, and then it ended up, and we had a way scaled down version of it. But then when we started to film it, they're like, oh, this is too funny. We got to make this the opener. But anyway, so I meet with like this makeup artist guy. We're in this like room basically together, and like he's got to paint my dick and all this and put all these like scales on the backbone on my dick and all these things. And it's so awkward. Like you always think in the back of your mind, what if like I accidentally got a boner, you know, and it would create this really awkward situation because my dick's literally in this guy's hands. And like, you know, just by not wanting to get a boner so bad, what if it made me get a boner?
Did you get a boner?
You know how that happens when you're in class?
Don't think of a pink elephant.
Yeah, no, I didn't get a boner. And not even close. I was fine. But then but there's always that fear, you know, and when you're doing it, like, so, you know, you get talking and try to just ignore the fact that this dude's holding your dick and like
Small talk.
painting it and putting like little eyes on your dick and like, but the awkwardness of if I accidentally did get a boner, like,
did he have nice hands?
No, not that I remember.
Did he have a gentle touch?
Did he tickle a little bit?
No, but
how'd the brush feel?
it felt fine. The thing was like after when my wife later on like came in to help me clean it up with some oil because like I don't want him to have to be the one scrubbing it. Then when she was doing it, I almost got a boner, and it was almost embarrassing for me to get the boner in front of, even though he wasn't the one scrubbing my wiener. Like it still would have been awkward. Like,
sure.
But I stopped myself from getting a full boner. But still, like, you know, like heavy with blood, like really heavy with blood. But like, so, but anyway, like while filming the bit, I actually like is trying to be professional. Like is the monsters is like, you know, like getting more and more excited going through town, like destroying the stuff. I did think in my head, like, to try to get, if you watch the intro, you'll notice the monster does like get more and more excited. Yeah. I did do that purposely. Like I try to I get myself right on the edge of like a little more excited, like make the monster a little bigger, control the blood, like push a little more and more blood into him to make the monster more excited without getting a boner. Because if he gets a boner, then number one, it's awkward.
Number two, it's NC-17.
It makes it changes the whole rating of the movie.
If you get a boner, it's NC-17.
Yeah, you can't. R rating doesn't work for a hard dick. But dude, like,
you know that perfect place you are, like right after you come,
for sure.
Like that, where you're not hard, but like your dick said it's absolute best looking. You aim for that. You're never gonna get there because it's too close to a boner. But that's what you're aiming for.
That's a lot of pressure for your dick. Dude.
It is. It's a mental game.
Yeah.
The opening sequence was the last thing we filmed, right?
Oh, really?
The last thing and the very last thing with the turtle biting his dick and Knoxville saying, "I'm Johnny Knoxville, welcome to Jackass," was like the actual last shot.
That's cool.
And we were like way over hours. It was like fucking midnight.
Yeah.
Everyone was so like this opening sequence. We never even got a crew photo. You know, like on the 3D
Seriously,
movie, like they had the whole crew in front of that big rainbow. Mm-hmm. There was no crew photo. Everything went over. We were already into extra days, and they had committed to this $3 million budget.
Like
for
it
the
can't
opening.
go wrong. Like,
and they had no fucking idea if it was even going to work.
and the fact that they didn't know how to attach the wiener.
Like on camera?
They didn't know that, like, whatever you did on the day when it was just supposed to be a bit, you didn't get too deep into the fucking logistics of it because they had no fucking idea if the whole bit was going to work, and they were committed to $3 million.
Yeah, because because of the COVID situation, like all the like different professionals involved hadn't gotten together to have a proper powwow. So the puppeteers hadn't talked to like the set designers, and to make this whole thing work, like it wasn't really figured out. So anyway, my balls are the feet of this monster, right?
Right.
So they didn't know, they couldn't make my balls sit on top of the table. So Johnny Knoxville actually had to volunteer, but bravely volunteered himself to like, he crawled under the table into this tiny space to physically with his hand hold my balls up there. So it could be the feet, like, which is so rad that we're, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's just, that's a bro.
It is a bro. You know, to forget about like anything like that and just realize it's just skin, and like to do that to make it work, because that's the only way my balls were gonna like. And
right, well, they actually had little baby feet that were that were like mechanically supposed to push your balls up, like, but the feet didn't work. Yeah, like so much about it didn't fucking work, and they're like, oh my god,
and they hadn't really figured it out. Like,
they didn't know if they hadn't figured out shit.
Yeah, which is frustrating as hell.
They didn't know, like they didn't know what they were doing, and there were millions of dollars committed to it.
Wow.
Yeah,
it came out.
It worked. It worked out beautifully. But it was crazy. Like it was such a gnarly set, and like Spike just ran that like.
Yeah.
But yeah, they didn't know if it was gonna work, and I'm in the most uncomfortable position also.
Dude, for
how long?
Dude, hours and hours
and hours, days and days.
Yeah,
like,
hours.
3 days in the weirdest.
Like it had to have been like fucking 6 hours on multiple days.
And you're like squashed in this like a pancake in there with your back all arched
in
and
the
your dick
most
out.
fucked up position. In
In
order to get his dick positioned the way it needed to be, his body was in the most awkward fucking state.
Yeah. So they had to like elevate me into this position, and I'm like arched, so you know the highest part of me is my dick.
And like all the machinery that was fucking pushing him back and forth and like making it all work, like fucking.
It's crazy.
It was like heavy machinery that his dick was fucking like.
You have to like go into this zen place while filming it. But you know what? Like if they did, you know, if they offered to make a movie about Pontius, I'd be the first one to want to do it, because
an animated,
maybe like a little like a TV
I just
show.
thought it was so funny and
kids show.
So, dude, you just put out these Pontiusaurus skateboards, and it makes me so curious about like where the rights for the. I mean. In that case, the skateboard, the person who drew the Pontius,
Sean Cliver,
right? So of course Sean Cliver owns the rights to that drawing. But is there a bigger is there a copyright to the idea of Pontiusaurus?
Well, what about Sarko shirts? What about that?
You mean this shirt that I'm wearing, which is available at chrispontius.com?
Yeah. Yeah. What about that shirt, Steve?
I mean, it is such high quality.
I love it.
The cotton.
I love that shirt. That's one of my favorite bits that we ever filmed.
Yeah.
But how's that with the copyright? With
this
all
one
that?
was from a picture that Tremaine took, and Tremaine gave us his blessing.
Yeah, he doesn't care. So Pontiusaurus, I'm gonna make you saw the promo squeeze toys.
Right.
We're gonna make our own, and they're not gonna be exact copies of that one.
Right.
But like, I think it's my dick dressed up as a monster. Like,
Right.
how much can you copyright it? Like,
Right.
Well, what you can do is you can clone a Willy, and then you can paint that green. I had something come over where to put Steve's dick in because I wanted to sell like
like a mold,
like autograph Steve's dick.
Did you mold your dick?
Well,
it's a longer story, but
wait, we still have the mold, and it's my gift to you.
you can clone your dick and just paint it green and go to like a dildo company and sell replicas of your.
I don't think.
I am gonna make Pontiusaurus dolls.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for sure. Because people reach out like every day are asking for them. So if they want them, like we're in the process of getting them made right now.
Good. And there should be like
for stress relief.
Yeah, there should be like more Pontiusaurus merch. I believe.
So the Pontiusaurus dolls are literally in the works right now.
I can set you up.
So
with,
many people have wanted them.
Yeah. I'll set you up with my secret weapon, my graphic designer. I'll even drop his name right here, Mike Hillier.
Nice.
This fucking guy is epic.
He's
awesome. That's good.
He did the Johnny O boards.
Wow.
He
did my bees board.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's a crazy illustrator, and he happens to be
really
a relative of mine.
Wow. Yeah, I'd love to talk to him.
Yeah.
It's my dick dressed up as a monster. Like, so we're definitely in. People were like begging for them, like, where can I get one? Like, so like,
well, I mean, your boards fucking flew.
The boards sold. I mean, granted, I didn't have as many as I would have liked to have had, but
there are more on the way. So
Sean Cliver drew it for his company Strangelove, and he sold out. Like, he put them up like a week before, and he sold out. Like, I think the first day. I don't know how fast, but ours sold out in 30 seconds. Or something like 30 seconds. May and I were watching like on the Shopify thing or whatever, or on the site to see like how fast they'd go, and it was like a minute goes by and she's like, they're gone. Like, what? Like, and like people were like, how did it, like, I had it in my cart ready to go, and it was just a matter of I don't know, like, so
yeah. That just goes to show you that you need to be following Chris Pontius on Instagram. Otherwise, you're never going to even have a chance.
I was just, I was so bummed that not everyone could get one. So, they're going to be out soon more. And I think we're going to have to do a third pressing, too. Like, because, I mean, I know that there's going to be like X amount available, but I know that we're going to need more.
I think change it up. I think
change it up and do your own artwork so you can keep more profits because then you own your own.
We're going to
shit.
do another board.
Yeah.
We're definitely making another board because.
Yep.
And then without getting too much into my deal with Sean, but
make another board as an apology for this one.
Yeah. I do love the board. Like, I love the shape.
It's great.
It is a little wide. I know even with shipping, like, it's wider than the boxes.
Did you choose that board style because that's what you used to ride, or that's what was available?
I didn't choose that shape. Like, Sean or his partner at Strangelove might have.
It's like a classic Nash shape.
It's I love the shape.
I don't know about a Nash shape.
It's a real like late 80s.
It's not of the old school or of the new school, but of a distinct middle school.
Yeah, it's a whole middle school shape. That's what I always consider you a middle school skater.
Yeah,
like it's kind of like H Street Video era.
Yeah,
like you are such a middle school skater. Like
like right when Blind came out.
Yeah, which was such an important era in skating.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
Like doing like tricks like stationary on curbs.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sure, is middle school, like, is that term like commonly known with the current? I know, like, now with skaters, like, there's like people like being like 90s skaters with like little wheels, like in baggy pants. Like, they're like, I'm going to be a 90s skater. I'm going to be like a 70s skater.
Well, when the term new school came out, it was like distinctly when the wheels were so small and the pants were so baggy.
Yeah.
Like, that's what new school means. So, so the middle school would absolutely be the shape of the Pontius board.
Which I love that shape. But we're definitely doing a different board too as well, just for the sake of being able to put out as many as we want. Not like cutting into Strangelove sales.
How many subscribers does the YouTube channel have just up there live?
I have no idea.
Because maybe if it gets to 1,000 subscribers, you'll do a video.
I mean, dude, we just have to open our calendars.
We just gotta
open our calendars, and we gotta make a date to get together. Yeah. And at that point, it's not about.
Let's officially make a date. Like we'll make it after we do this. We'll make one.
Yeah, I leave town for a little leg tomorrow, but right when we get back, dude, it's on.
Where are you going, Steve? You going out on tour?
Oh yeah, that's right. I'll be going to Louisville, Kentucky, and Memphis, Tennessee, and Rutland, Virginia, Charlestown, West Virginia, fucking
Portland, Maine.
Portland, Maine. It's going to be quite an exciting run.
I have a question about your comedy tours. Is there an area that really is, when comedians are always like, oh, I love playing here and so on, which you do, but is there an area which really is the funnest area to do comedy shows?
I'm not going to say that.
In the States, at least.
I mean, I think that I enjoy, and I enjoy a more sophisticated crowd that's not gonna be disruptive.
Yeah,
and there's types of places where
the Wilbur in Boston.
That dude, super sophisticated crowd, and perfect.
I definitely noticed that too.
I think because the theater sets the mood too, though.
Right,
and it does. Elegance. That's definitely true. I did a show with some of the Jackass guys, and I couldn't even hear myself talking. It was just this gnarly, drunk, belligerent crowd.
Right.
And I was standing there, I kind of didn't know what to do.
Right.
And Wee Man was so rad. He's good at handling hecklers. Some guy comes up with aggressive, and yelling stuff while he's trying to talk. Wee Man's like, let me see your phone, dude. And the guy hands him his phone. Wee Man just hucks the phone into the crowd. I was like, whoa, you're aggro. That's a good way to handle him too. I mean, I couldn't do it, but the guy was interrupting the show and being rude.
Yep.
And Jason really put him in his place.
And I'll
tell you what, he didn't do it again.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah, because he couldn't
find his phone.
What
was also crazy about that same show? I think that was the show where I put the guy in the corner. That same show. So, Dave England felt that Aaron was talking for too long, and so he yanked Aaron off with a cane, off the stage, Gong Show style.
Preston told me about that.
Oh God! So Aaron was mad about it already, and I guess the night before, Dave hadn't been out in public, away from his family in a while, and he was a little too excited. Dave was being crazy on stage, trying to pee on Aaron or everybody else.
This is the punch.
Oh yeah. So yeah, have we talked about that?
Well,
not live on air.
Oh, you did.
After the show.
After the show, during the meet and greet, everyone's getting their merch signed and everything. And Aaron's actually on the other side of the merch table and just steaming.
Yeah, he reached a breaking point.
Yeah, he reached, and Dave's there, saying Dave kept bumping into the table, and May and him and Aaron were on the other side of the table, selling merch, and he just kept bumping Aaron's merch, and Aaron's getting mad. He keeps bumping my merch, and then finally he just slugs haymaker Dave, and Dave freaks out and starts throwing Dave's weird rabbit. Dave has a weird style of punching, these weird rabbit punches, and went all aggro, and security had to pull him apart, and
and that's on camera.
It's on camera. Dimitri has the footage.
We're still waiting for Dimitri to unearth this footage.
Oh. Yeah,
that should be your first YouTube video. Is the highlights of that tour.
Talking about that.
I know. We have so much that.
Who won the fight?
Wee Man.
It got separated immediately. So, I mean, Dave's punches when they were.
They will add up.
Yeah, they will add up. Yeah, he's a volume striker. He actually knocked the table upside down and went for him, and the security felt so awkward because they were also fans, but they had to separate these guys, and so we took him outside and cooled it down, and then 5 minutes later Aaron's trying to apologize, and he's you got to put some ice on it, Dave. They say that takes 80% of the swelling off. Or the first 10 minutes is the most important time to ice it. And they're hanging out together as bros. He got off his chest, and but at the time, and Aaron had his big
That's a story that needs to.
on.
That's a story that needs to unfold.
It does
at youtube.com/Chris Pontius. And there's nothing stopping. You make a point, Scott. There's nothing fucking stopping. Everybody listening to this podcast from typing in youtube.com/Chris Pontius and subscribing so that they can, and hit the bell. So
Jackass
ready.
Meet and greet fight.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that it should just be like the untold story of the Jackass tour of 2015 or whatever.
If Dimitri would only get that footage available,
Yeah.
I'll give him a call. Like, he's got to have great stuff.
I mean, dude, tell him that if he doesn't unearth that footage and produce it and hand it over, that you will be going through your drawer looking for the right singlet to confront him in.
And I wonder how many singlets I have left. I definitely have 2. I've got my lava camo singlet. It's crazy how the singlet flatters the male form.
Yeah, and dude, there's only one singlet for the job, and it's called Captain America.
Wait, did we ever get favorite Jackass bit of all time?
Favorite Jackass bit of all time.
Real quick
we had
before
a
we
good
go.
conversation going there, though.
Yeah.
How we got
absolutely.
sidetracked. Good sidetracking. Like, favorite Jackass bit of all time. It changes for me all the time. Like, I was really like right when you asked me that, I was like, oh, I love the puppet show for the snake because I love that bit because it was the first. That bit was the first thing that we filmed when we started Jackass 2,
and that started
to get everyone
off.
amped up to and a lot of the guys hadn't seen each other for a long time.
Yeah.
So that was to kind of break the ice. So right now today, that's my favorite bit. But like it changes for me all the time. But yeah,
I like taxidermy.
Taxidermy was amazing.
I mean, it's just that's one that just doesn't fit in like a lane. It's just this outlier.
It's amazing.
Of just a really fucking weird deal.
That's where Knoxville takes his quote unquote grandma to
and
get
she
her
doesn't
stuff.
have much left. She doesn't have much time left, and so we're trying to find someone to stuff and mount her.
Yeah.
So awesome.
It's brilliant.
Ridiculous.
And I guess they had to go to a few different taxidermy
And they got
people.
a quote. They got a quote. Yeah, they're like, I don't know if that's legal, but we'd do it for $20,000.
Yeah.
That's great. Wait, then both of you guys, one last thing. Then, do you have a favorite wildboyz bit?
Well,
I don't know why the Agories just popped into my mind.
Agories was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
We tried to film with the Agories. I don't know if people know that we tried to film with them again.
Number 2.
And the other guys were just way too worked up.
The wildboyz, it proved the wildboyz were far more tolerant, loving, and patient than the total sum of the Jackass cast.
Yeah, the Agories were they were.
Are they the cannibals or something? Or
Yeah, they're these cannibal dudes. Like we got great footage with them with the wildboyz.
The wildboyz love and accept everybody.
Right.
And they're going there to just explore cultures, not force their culture on others.
Right.
So whatever everyone's doing, they go along with it. So right when we met the Agories, they get us. They're like, everybody naked. Black Boom Boom Baba just told us to get naked, so we got naked, and he starts putting this white stuff on us, and he's like, burning body ashes, and we're like, dead body ashes,
dead body burning ashes, and
so he's putting ashes all over our bodies, and we're rubbing on ourselves, and he just took the liberty of rubbing all over my balls and my wiener.
Yep.
I didn't know Black Boom Boom Baba for 10 seconds before he did that.
Yep. And the wildboyz are okay with that because we're becoming cultured.
Exactly.
I have a question for you guys, and I don't know if this goes off topic. With wildboyz made me think of sharks and all that. When you guys went to South Africa, were you afraid of getting attacked by sharks the whole time?
It's all we talked about.
I was because in Johannesburg. Well, no, not Johannesburg. In Jeffreys Bay, where all these cunts were fucking. There's only 3 of us in the water, or 4 of us, and then it was a weird, current, and that was where McFanning got bit by a shark.
South Africa is just full of sharks and cunts.
I was out there surfing, and
you were in the lineup,
and then 2 people caught a wave, and I was by myself, and I was like, oh fuck, and you can't see anywhere below, and I just paddled in.
The second those 2 cunts were All right, dude. I think we gotta fucking call it, man.
You think we got enough?
I think we got plenty, dude.
Awesome.
I think we got plenty. I think I talked a lot, and you know what? I'm not gonna beat myself up.
You did great.
I think all the behind the scenes Pontius stuff was really good, actually, because I've never talked about that. We got it. It was fucking epic. Thanks for having me. Wildride 2.
Yeah, the return. Of Chris
Return.
Pontius.
I can't wait for us to film my first YouTube video. That's coming soon.
No pressure, dude. We're gonna fucking lock a date in the calendar. We're gonna fucking
no pressure. April 27th. We have a launch date for your website.
I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna be a YouTube superstar.
You are, dude.
You could be.
You already are. And everything that we've built up, like with our own audience, we're just gonna my whole audience is clamoring for your channel. So you're just gonna get all of my audience.
I need to put more of myself into this world.
I love it. I love it, dude. Let's do it. All right.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Good night,
love
everybody.
You too.
Yeah, dude. I'd say, as promised, that was distinctly juicier than the first Pontius episode. And, dude, not only am I in Graceland and doing a show in Memphis, I'm actually headlining the Soundstage Theater of Graceland. It's insane. I mean, dude, I walked over there today. It's just Elvis everywhere. It's just and my name's on the marquee. I'm so stoked. As always, thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the podcast. Maybe shoot Pontius a post, like a screenshot, like I always used to ask, and let him know how fantastic that was. Maybe let him know that you would love for him to actually get off his ass and make a YouTube channel. I've been hounding him to the point where I feel bad. And I think we're getting him close to actually making videos. But in any case, enough from me. Thank you. I love you all. Yeah, dude.